Oh, we're live. Sweet. All right, we're trying something a little bit different today. I got a new camera set up, so make sure to turn it to 1080p. Vlad, what up, dude? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream, everybody. Got the new setup. Hopefully, I look a little bit more HD. Josh, I accidentally missed a meeting this morning and got in trouble. What? Like, why did you? You're not in trouble unless you feel like you're in trouble. You'll be all right. First time checking out the stream, Christian, welcome aboard. If you got any questions about business, freelance, side hustles, that is today's stream. Let's see what else. Go sub to my other Grind Reel channel, by the way. And if you want to do like a one-on-one, there's a link down there. Love the shot. Oh, thanks. Thanks, dude. Been mixing things up a little bit. I can move it. We could be a little bit more. Here we go. Thanks so much for making the videos and for your hard work. It's truly, hey, thank you, dude. Appreciate you. I'd like to hear your thoughts on government jobs. Well, I mean, government jobs can be safer. There's a lot less upward mobility. Pay raises are pretty generic. When there's a end of the fiscal year, if you're not in that budget, then they might put your budget on hold. Yeah, if you're here and you enjoy the stream, hit the like. I did an interview. I failed. I'm too young. Why? Wait, what? I'm sorry, what? Come again? Josh, you ever gotten a strike for what? Gotten a strike for being late to a meeting? No, because I think I don't know. I'm like very straightforward. I don't let people push me around at work. If I think something's stupid, I'll say it. People don't really like that. People think that you're too confrontational, you're too combative. I just don't let people push and shove. That's all. And I think actually people respect that. So they're like, well, Josh, we're going to have a sit down and a one-on-one and talk about your late attendance to this meeting. I was like, oh, sorry, I was busy being productive. I didn't say that. I was like, oh, well, I think it's more important that I get this project done because we have a deadline. I'm not really needed for this meeting. You know, I just usually sit there, and if you have a question, you know, so I feel like this is more important and I want to get this done. This provides more value, more money to you. And they're like, well, we understand that. And I was like, okay, so get off my nuts. I ran into an old friend in the comment section. Dude, shut up. Where to find clients in the US? How much can I charge for a first website? You can charge as much as you can convince them to pay. Where do you find clients? Google Maps. Contract jobs. Are you working B2B or freelance? I don't work either one of those. I think business to business is like the worst because you have to jump through so many hoops. I mean, that's where money is, but the amount of hoops you have to jump through to get them might be worth it, might not be worth it. Any chance on studying software dev versus data science? Any chance to do a video? I probably won't do a video on it, but it's up to what you want to do. Do you like manipulating data? Do you like what do you like? Do you like finding patterns? There's data science. Have you ever considered retiring and opening a cozy cafe? Nah, that's not my thing. I think the dream here is going to be turn this into like a half aviation channel where I just fly around to visit people and help them hustle whatever they're hustling. Oh, someone asked, how do you stay motivated? I don't stay motivated. Yesterday's video, I was 0% motivated to make. 0% motivated. But I have to make one piece of content every day because that's the standard I hold myself to. Thomas, I'm good. How are you, man? It's not about motivation. It's about the standard that you hold yourself to. And I don't let myself fall below that standard. How much money do you make? More than I had at a job. I try to make everyone happy, and it takes a toll on your mental health. Yeah, dude, you can't make everyone happy, and you'll never make everyone happy. And I don't think you would want to do. You wouldn't want to make everyone happy because there are people, I'm sure, that you just disagree with wholeheartedly. And why would you try to make those people happy? Cool, you're saving for a jet. Nah, probably like a Beechcraft would be cool, or maybe like a Kit Fox. Motivation is fleeting. Yeah, motivation is just like, it happens in a little bursts, and by the time you get started, your motivation is gone, and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. That's motivation. Hey, Derek, what up, dude? Welcome here. Welcome aboard. It's like going to the gym. Yeah. Usually the days I don't want to go to the gym are the days that I have the biggest gains. How's your ASMR channel doing? It's not. I don't know what to make. What about a glider? Glider would be dope, but you still got to get it in the air somehow. I don't know. I do like paragliding. Would you ever go back to working as an engineer? No, because that like defeats the premise of this entire channel. I'm very pro do you, and me going back to not doing what I want, it wouldn't make any sense. How do you deal with a friend that you know is unhappy? Well, you just try to support them the best you can. What's a good website to check out cost of living? If you just type cost of living calculator, there's like the first two websites are pretty decent. College student for summer internship or freelancing, building a portfolio. You got to do both. Do the internship and do the internship and build projects. Is it worth the time writing a mediocre to bad review on X job? I just keep it moving, Mia. You're gonna write a bad review and maybe someone else is like, that kind of gave me a red flag, but if they need the money, thank you for the $2. Appreciate you, fam. Changing jobs here soon. Your vids have been a good resource. Thanks, bro. Tim, I'm glad you like them, man. Should you use Glassdoor as a salary benchmark? Yeah, that's what I use. Well, it's because people have to post what they make. Just when you look at Glassdoor salaries, try to like bring them down by like 7 to 10%, because I find that they're always overinflated. It's at my first engineering job, I went to Glassdoor because I was super excited about having money for the first time after college, and I was like, I looked at Glassdoor, and everyone said that they were getting paid like $79,000 for the position that I was going to get. It was not $79,000. It was $67,000. So I think Glassdoor salaries are a little inflated due to people that have been there longer, that have gotten raises, that are including bonuses, whatever, cashing out all those vacation days they had to work. How do you like this angle? How's the camera angle? Different? Something new? I'm just messing with stuff. How's your mic doing? It's good. Made another LinkedIn account? No, I actually didn't. What is the meaning of grind reel? All right, so you have like a reel, like a film reel, and then you have grind, because that's what it's about. Waking up every day and doing what you want to do. Not what you have to do, but what you want to do. Sometimes you got to do what you have to do what you want to do. But you should be doing two things in life. You should be figuring out what you want to do, or doing that thing. Anything else is like you've settled. But that happens to most people. Most people end up in a place, you know, they have kids, they got a wife, they got a family, or they just couldn't manage to make it work, and so they just have to pick something different. But like, so a lot of people just end up in a job that's like, it's all right, I can do it for 40 hours a week, the pay is fine, but it's not like what you would want to do to get paid. Can't tell between the cameras, really. That's sad. That makes me feel sad. I spent a lot of time on this. How long was it until you got your first spike? I didn't wait on YouTube to get a first spike. I went to people. I posted my videos in other places. Nick White wants to get the collab. What are we collabing? What's the topic? Bring back the lightning eyes and the endless RGB. I think that's a Snapchat filter. Which one microphone? I'm using this one. It's a Samsung G-Track Pro from Best Buy. Offered a job in China. It's 12 months. Seems like a large commitment. I've just emailed asking for a 6-month contract. Should I have taken it or initiated the notice period instead? What? The notice period? Is working in freelance is better than permanent contract? Freelance is contract, but permanent contract just means that you're being renewed as a freelancer consistently. I will pitch my startup next month. Any guidelines? Yeah. First thing you want to say is, what's the problem you're solving? What's the service you're improving? Second thing you want to say is, what's your reach and how many people are currently using your product? I've been trying to figure out what I want to do for years. Yeah, me too. Me too. Then I found it. I've tried so many things that failed, and you guys will never see them, right? Because they failed. They didn't work. It's not for me. Ever done consulting? Yeah, I do consulting. I have one later today at 3:30. You just can't scale consulting very well. Like, you can only either charge more money or do like classes and have larger classes. But in general, consulting is selling your time, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I like doing it. That's why I do. I like doing it. I just don't do it that often. All right, this song is like we're at the club or the rave. Yeah, we're gonna have to back up a little bit on that. Actually, let's go back. Yeah, this is fine. Sergio, what's up, dude? What specifically do you do? I make videos for the internet. I have my own website. I consult one-on-one. I edit. I mean, like, I worked a job. This is kind of like a job. I don't know. It's amazing that people are like, get a real job, and it's like, bruh, if you think having fun and getting paid is not a real job, you've done given up. 2,000 a year in Wuhan, China. Yeah, bro. Have you seen the virus that's in Wuhan, China? People can't even go outside right now. Have you already coached anyone? Yeah, I've maybe coached about 6 people so far. Bad luck. Refreshing viewpoint. I used to be. What don't you do? That's a better question, Mike. That's, yeah. I do everything. Should you be in the conversation with another department manager if you want to move there with your current department manager, knowing will this not backfire? I don't think. Why would your current manager care if you want to move departments? Your current, like, this, managers are there to support you. They're not there to control you. But so many managers end up controlling you. You have to basically just not care. You have to be like, look, man, this is what I want to do. My happiness is most important to me. My interests are most important to me. Not you getting to decide, like, you just like having a power trip. Just do it anyways. Just tell them how it is. Like, you gotta stop being so afraid at work. Everyone's like, most people will respect you putting your foot down. Surprisingly, most people at work will respect you putting your foot down. Do you follow the FIRE movement? FIRE movement doesn't, in a way, like, that's the goal, but I don't work I don't work a regular salary job. And Fire Movement doesn't talk about making more money. Fire Movement just talks about spending less money and saving more money. I do the opposite. I want to make more money. Well, I still want to spend less money, but I want to make more money too. At a salary job for the Fire Movement people. So FIRE means financial independence, retire early. That's what FIRE means for you guys that don't know. It's mostly for people that are just like invest in a 401k, live as lean as possible, and don't just try to work your way up to until you can get enough money to live off your mutual fund dividends. And that doesn't really work for me because I don't have a 401k. I was like, I would match myself to a 401k. It doesn't make any sense. It works a little bit different, but yeah, the goal is financial retirement early. Financial retirement, not work retirement. I'm gonna make a video on that. Do you still learn new technologies? If I need to. I mean, what's the need? I don't sit there and read. I learn things that I need to get the job done. Cole, what's up, dude? How you been? I just received an email job vacancy from Reviture. Are they real? Yeah, don't do Reviture, dude. Reviture is garbo. Reviture makes you sign a 2-year contract, and they can send you anywhere in the United States. Anywhere. You don't have a choice. They can send you anywhere in the United States for 2 years. And if you say, I'm done with this, and you break contract, you got to pay $35,000. That's not a very good deal. What if you don't have a choice? What do you mean, Taylor? What's the 5-second method? The 5-second rule from Mel? It's where you count backwards from 5 and then you do the thing you were going to do after 5 seconds. Will you do resume writing? Resume writing. I've done it before. I did it the other day with someone. Are you telling me my manager can't decide my life? Can I call myself a coder when looking for a job and I've only programmed games? Dude, who cares? Why you care about a label? Call yourself whatever you want. You could call yourself the president of your own company that's making games and you want to work for other people. It doesn't stop letting, it's whatever you identify with. Like, hey, let me give you an example. I used to think that I wasn't a YouTuber, right? Whenever I take my camera out in public, before I did this full time, 9 to 5, I didn't feel qualified to do this. I would be like holding my camera and making videos way back when nobody watched and nobody cared. And I didn't feel validated. I didn't feel like I could call myself a YouTuber, but then I changed that mentality. I was like, you know what? I am this. I just don't make enough money to live right now. This is what I am. This is what I do. I make content. I have a business. I just don't make enough. But this is what I am. And you'll be surprised shifting that mentality to whatever you identify with. How many videos should a YouTuber strive to make in a year? I mean, that's up to you. I like 1 piece of content per day. As far as standing up to your boss, yeah, it's not really easy to do because he has all the leverage, or that's what they make you think, that they have all the leverage. Like, bosses bully you around because, I don't know, they make you think that they own you, and which is like super unhealthy, and then they really don't. They need something from you. That's why you're still there. How many hours a day do you spend on your business? Most of the day. Oh, thank you for the £5. 5 quid. I got an interview soon. They said they're going to ask me what excites you about our company and the tech industry. Any tips? I mean, for the tech industry, you got to read what they're doing and say that you're excited about what they're doing. And what excites you about the company name, you got to go look up their company values, and you have to say, I really align with your company values. That's the HR answer that you're looking for. So if it's like teamwork, execution, ownership, whatever the values are, every company has a few, and you should be able to recite them back to the HR lady. That's what she's looking for. Why would any of you guys want to retire early? What? No, financial retirement is different than work retirement. Work is going to always be there. Even like I think if everyone retired right now and they went on sit on the beach and drink Coronas, that'd be fun for like a month. And then you guys would get bored. Just like me, I know I would. I need to be better. I just don't want to think about where my mortgage is coming from. But that's independent of me wanting to be better at my skill sets and what I do. That's why rich people still work. You know, rich people got billions of dollars, millions of dollars. Why do they need more money? Why do they want more money? Why do they still work? They don't got to work. They could just go live in their mansion all day. You want to know why? It's because it's boring. They want to be better. Vishnu, what up, dude? Would you say money's always better than the culture, or is there a balance? I will take less money for remote. I'll take less money for more time, or I'll take more money if I know that it's going to let me get to where I want to go to faster. Or I'll take less money and more time so that I can use that time to make more money that will get me where I want to go faster. You consider creating a union for software developers? No. People think I'm like super socialist and super anti-capitalist, and it's like I'm none of those things. I thought you don't drink. I don't drink, but that's like what you think. That's what you think of when you think of retirement. Starting programming in your 20s. Yeah, I started learning when I was 24. Man, I wish I could work remote. You can. You just have to negotiate it. I bet you could work remote. I mean, if you're not like in retail where you like have to be there to do stuff. But if you're in this industry, like data industry, knowledge industry, where you're just on the computer all day, you can negotiate out. How's it possible to put out 36 pieces of content? Wait, what? I guess you need a team for that. Do you need to be good at math to be a data science? You should be able to find patterns using math. Kenny, are you Bear Grylls? Holy crap, 300 people here. Holy moly. Thank you for being here. To make money on YouTube is niche important. The goal on YouTube is to not make money. That's a byproduct of making good content. The goal should be to make content that people can walk away with. Like if they've gotten something from your content, something cool, something interesting, like that could be inspiration, motivation, some piece of knowledge that they can put in their life. Do you think Finland is socialist? Yeah, it definitely is. It's so socialist. Yeah, 100%. What would you do if you were gifted $1 million? I'd pay the gift tax first, and then after that, I'd probably buy real estate to generate some cash flow. How old are you? I'm 29. Would you rather make more money at a place you hate or quit to be happier and make less? I would happily quit my job where I make less to make less money and be happier. My happiness is the most important thing in life. You don't get to make up happiness. It's like sleep. Everyone thinks they get to make up sleep by sleeping in later the next day. And in reality, that's not how it works. It's the same thing for happiness. You don't get to be extra happy later to make up for the 10 years where you hated your life. That's not how it works. There's a peak. There's a cap to happiness. You don't get to make it up. So I will try to add some sort of, it's important for me. Like my mental stability and my happiness is very important now. So I can't make it up because you need the time to be able to make up that time you would have been happy, and you don't get time back. Does that make sense? A union is not by default socialist. I didn't say that. I just said I've never thought about making a union for software developers. Does money matter if the work environment is great? Yes. Ideally you want both. Struggling with JavaScript. Any ideas? That's too vague. There's something in JavaScript that you're struggling with, not JavaScript as a whole. How do you balance between two things you really want to do? You mix them together. Do you like being a YouTuber more than a software engineer? 400%. Yeah, dude, this is way more fun than showing up at work at 9 a.m. every day and sitting in a meeting and talking about what you're going to do to make someone else a bunch more money and have no control over how much you're getting paid except asking for a raise. This is way better. Way better. That's why all the people quit to do YouTube, you know, cuz it's if you could, would you quit? Maybe it's not for you. Are you not the creative type? Maybe you need that push. Maybe you like going into work. Maybe that's what you want. But for me, that's not me. That's not my type. Is making video on YouTube will make you happy, or is it just artificial like other YouTuber? Wait, what? I like doing this. I did it before I got paid. I did it before I got money. I did it before I did it full time. I do it because I like it. There's some days where I'm not motivated, but even that's just how life works. I'm sure you guys play video games when you're not even motivated to play video games. You just log in and go through the motions, you know? It's like, yeah, you like video games, but there's some days you like it way more, and some days you like them way less. How much do you make off YouTube compared to your old job? There's a weird song. Yeah, I make more money. Make more than double for sure. Do sports. What sports? Rush, what sports are we talking about? College internship. I got just audio levels. Future plan for you? I'd like to retire in a couple years. Financially, I'll still do what I do, but like that's my financial goals, I guess. Were you self-conscious at first? I still am, but I just learned to not care. So it's like imposter syndrome. You just learn to not care. College internship, software engineer. They pay lunch only. Accept or look for better. They pay lunch only. They pay lunch. Why would they pay you for lunch? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, definitely get like if you're not an intern if you're not getting paid, dude. You're a volunteer. Do sports. Oh, the ab wheel. All right. Let me hit the ab wheel. We gotta do 10, right? Let me answer a couple questions, then I'll jump on that. It's good to have multiple sources of income. On YouTube, you can use YouTube to drive multiple sources of income, which is kind of what I do. Josh, what's good? Dude, Justin, what's good, man? How are you? Thanks for being here. How did you develop your effective habits while suppressing ineffective? Dude, I still have ineffective habits. I just have a standard that I need to get done every single day. But last night, you know, I stayed up playing video games too late. Could you do a remote gig and in office at the same time? Yes, I've done it. It would be so awesome if you came to Finland and met fans. I don't think I have any fans in Finland. Maybe like 3. And even then, like, think about it. If you're a Finn, would you really want to go meet somebody? Because Finns aren't like that. Finns are very introvert. Do you like the freedom dividend? Nah, I would opt out of the freedom dividend. I don't want free money. I would like to work for my money. Thank you. Did you go to the gym already? No, not today. So we're about to hit those 10 ab wheel rolls. Just give me one moment. Make sure you can see them. Not working. Okay, hold on. All right, I'll be back in a few seconds. I have to do the ab rolls. Just like listen to the music for a second. Be right back. Is that 10? How are you? I'm tired now, dude. Thanks. Thanks, dude. That's good. How many's doing? I think 10, right? Do you own your own home? I pay a mortgage on. I don't own it yet. Okay. Still waiting for the 2020 meetup here in the States, dude. Yeah, me too. But what do we do? What do we do? What is this? It's this fitness stream. Welcome aboard. Thanks for being here. Okay, no politics. I try not to talk politics. Ab wheels like asking for lower back pain? No, dude, this is when you get that core strength. Legal concerns decide what income level should a sole proprietor contract think about going single member LLC. 30,000 for S corp because you got payroll tax and probably accountants. For LLC, yeah, maybe like $500 a year. Well, I would say like anything over 600. You got to report income tax anything over $600 in the U.S. What camera? Oh, this is a Canon EOS R. So that's why I got autofocus. I know. It's fantastic. I can get like super close, probably too close for comfort. Alright, I think I missed something. Talk about why you quit drinking. I never drink. I never drink alcohol. It makes me sick. I don't have anything against it. It just makes me sick. I don't like it. First time out of college and I'll be able to fund my own projects. Nice. Congrats. What age do you hope to be financially retired? Maybe like 32 would be good. Why don't you move to a state with no income tax? Yeah, because I can't. My business is not old enough yet. No bank will give me a loan to buy a house. So I just can't go. Name of the theme is Rambo by Cushy. I'm studying programming alone. But here in Portugal, it's a lot harder to get a job than outside the country. I mean, you're in Portugal, which means you're in the EU, which means you have freedom of travel, which means you can go anywhere you want in the EU. You don't have to stay there. Found the channel the other day. Rex87, thanks for being here, dude. Is 420 legal in your state? I live in Utah. Definitely not. But you can drive 3 hours in either direction. And you can... It's legal there in those states. I'd move to Oregon or Washington. Not really interested anywhere else. I don't really do a whole lot of time-lapse stuff. Actually, I'm going to go film. Well, I'm going to go work out after this. And then I'm going to go film my video. It's going to be, I don't know if Mike's here. He's going to get triggered. It's going to be called I Hired My First Employee, even though it's not recent. It's been like that for a while. Current investments. Cameras, mostly. Enjoying the stream. Richard, thanks for being here. Do you know Accenture? Sounds familiar. Why didn't you settle move to tax-free originally before the house? I bought this house when I still had a job. I wasn't working remote at my last job. Not really. Only some days. Should I take a crappy dev job just to expand and build a resume? It's up to you. Just because you take a job doesn't mean you have to stop applying to other jobs. That's the pro tip. People are like, I got a crappy job, and it's like, okay, so take it, and whenever the boss looks away, open up Indeed.com and look for new jobs. I mean, you don't have to just stop. You buy stocks? Nah. Washington is nice. Housing is very expensive. Yeah. But so is this. Salt Lake's pretty expensive. Ever read Dave Ramsey? Oh God, no. Nope. No Dave Ramsey. Not for me. What's the easiest way to connect HTML to database? I don't think that's how it works. That's not how it works. Can I start a business at home, or will they? I mean, that's what I am right now. That's what most YouTubers are. But IRS is the IRS is pretty strict on at-home businesses because it's easy to like abuse. So you gotta do everything by the book. Mike. Did you find it weird how much people drink alcohol in Finland? Yeah, they're like a fish. People in Finland are like fishes. Fishes? What is an ab wheel roll? If you back up the stream like 5 minutes, you'll see me doing some. Good at public speaking. Do you have any tips? I feel like a stuttering buffoon when I'm in an interview. I mean, just say what's on your mind, dude. You got to stop being so scared. I think it's probably just an indication of lack of self-confidence. I think the mental trick is to go in and just not care if you get the job or not. And what that sounds like, it's reverse psychology. You have to go in and not care if you get the job or not. Or you got to go in like you already got the job. But don't go in like, I really want this, I really need this. You're putting yourself, you're putting the job on a pedestal and you're like pleading. Never plead. You lose your confidence when you plead and beg. Nothing to do with money, but ASAP Ferg or Trippy Ferg. We're gonna go with Ferg. How to get H-1B? You need a visa. You literally can't get one without a visa. Thoughts on East Coast versus West Coast work culture? I've never really worked completely on the West Coast. I've the Midwest, but West Coast is probably more like laid back than in the East Coast. How to build technically a software as a service business and scale it to 6 figures per month and retire financially. I know a lot of YouTube gurus who will sell you that. I don't know what you're gonna sell that's gonna get you 6 figures. When searching for a new job, we should mention salary. Nah. If they make you put salary in a box when you're applying to a job, just put 0. Just 0, enter. They know what that means. They know this guy wants to play the game, and they'll either not respond, or they will, and they'll be like, "Why'd you put 0?" And you'll be like, "Oh, it was an accident. I didn't actually mean to do that. What was the budget for the job again?" They'll play the game. Or, think about it this way. If they're making you put that salary up front, they're trying to rip somebody off, really. So just put 0 and play the game. How much for project help? Work 40% at home, 60% at client office. Renting an ATL. Can I list my self-address as a registered agent, or should I use it as a service? Wait, what? You don't need to be a registered agent. What do you mean? You can just mark that off. If you work 40% at home, you can mark that time. You can mark 20% of your home office off, or 20% of your home as an office off, up to. Which means you can take off 40% of your internet. That means you can take off 40% of your phone. That's what you're using at home to do the job. Even though this is a stream, the mic quality is very good. Hey, well, thanks. What do you think of New Hampshire for tech jobs? I don't know enough about it. I don't know the job market there. Advice on running your own software IT consulting business? I think the hardest part is getting clients, keeping clients, and getting new clients. You can sell stocks for 6 figures, but yeah, that's highly dependent. No paid course will teach you it. Yeah, I mean, you have to lose a lot at stocks before you win, unless you just are a wizard, which I'm not. So I'm good. The HR word vomit guy made his LinkedIn profile private. That's okay, because he's still all over the YouTube channel. You just go look it up. How to become the CEO of Apple? You just click the edit button on your LinkedIn, and you just put that in there. How hard is it to get a remote dev job in your area with strong knowledge? What do you mean strong knowledge? If you're a foreigner and it's a remote job, then foreign doesn't matter because it's remote. But you would just be a W-8 contractor. Should I hire a freelancer or just have regular employees? No, dude, don't. Only hire regular employees if you are okay with your payroll tax going up, when you paying more tax in general going up, and only hire employees if you have a 401k and IRA and some benefits to offer. Otherwise, just pay them contract because it's going to cost you more money. This is the thing that people don't understand. It costs the company more money to pay you a salary than it does to pay you as a freelancer. But the reason they do that is because people are blinded. Well, some people need benefits, but you can get benefits as a contractor and write them off, or an HSA. But also, people are just blinded by salary because they think, oh, salary, it must be more secure. It's not. It's not. Salary is literally just a flat rate. When I hear someone getting a salary, it's like, why even do anything more than the bare minimum? Or do anything more than what won't get me fired? Why even try, you know? I can't charge more money ever. I have to ask for a raise, and I have to go through the approval cycles. Like, there's just no reason to ever have a salary for me. I was 24 when I started to code. Registered agent for applying for a single member LLC is what I was referring to. Well, if you live in the state that you're running the business in, you don't need a registered agent. Registered agent is just for someone who lives if you open a business in another state. Josh, are you filing your business as an S Corp? Oh, you know it. That's the only way to do it. If you make, well, LLC is probably the way to start for sure. But I'm an S Corp, yeah. I have S Corp accountants. It's fantastic. It's a lot of paperwork. Oh, it's a lot of paperwork, but it's worth it. Can a Silicon Valley job get boring for people? I think maybe for some people. Should I get a job while attending university? No one's hiring part-time in my country. No one ever hires for part-time. You have to negotiate part-time. Part-time jobs don't really exist, except unless contract gigs. But if you want part-time, you apply for the full-time and you ask if you could do part-time. Like this, you gotta understand that jobs you can barter. A job application is not the law. It's not the law. The salary they listed is not the law. The requirements they listed is not the law. Everything about a job posting can be negotiated if you're good at persuasion. That just comes down to soft skills and human skills and your ability to communicate and how to social engineering. Why an S Corp? I save more money that way. A lot more money that way. It's fantastic. You ever lived in Florida? I lived in Georgia, so Florida is basically just Georgia with alligators. We made something with Arduino. I did. I made a video for Screamlight. Nice headphones. It's Sony CH something. They're okay. Is team a buzzword? My boss always starts his email chains with team. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Dude sounds brainwashed by corporate. I'd just be like, hey guys. Or maybe he can't say hey guys because people will get triggered and someone will be like, actually, I think you should be inclusive. Okay. That's probably why he does it. Neutral. I heard Austin, Texas is the next Silicon Valley. Bro, there's like 5 different next Silicon Valleys. And I wouldn't personally want any Silicon Valleys around me. As when you have a Silicon Valley around you, housing prices go up, homelessness goes up, crime goes up. It's just not fun. It's not a fun time. Like, it's only good for the people running the business, you know? And it's good for the real estate owners. The people that own the apartments that everyone's moving there to take because they're moving there for Silicon Valley. How's YouTube pay the content makers? Via ad revenue. Georgia weather versus Utah weather. Georgia's way more humid, but it's warmer in general. Utah's very dry. It snows here. As a side income, thoughts on LinkedIn, Udemy? Udemy pays trash unless you direct link somebody to it. You get like 2% or 20%. What is this song? Where do you see yourself 5 years professionally and financially? Professionally, probably doing the same thing. Financially, hopefully I don't have to think about finances anymore. I'd really just like to buy my dad a house and have him just chill and be retired and have like no cost of living except for property tax and utilities. That'd be super cool. Should I form an LLC if I'm just going to be an independent contractor? Yes. Yep, you definitely should. Because if you make an LLC, then you can get a business bank account. And then you can use that business bank account to expense stuff. And then at the end of the year, when you go look at all your business expenses, you just pull up your bank statements for your business bank account. And then it's very easy, because if you make business purchases on a personal account, which you can do, that's fine. It's going to be a lot harder to remember which purchases were which. Let's say you go to Walmart because you're buying batteries for something that you need for business. Are you going to be able to like remember, did you go to the store to buy batteries? Because on the bank statement it's going to say Walmart, unless you're keeping all your receipts. It's way better for organizational purposes and legal purposes. Have you set up an LLC or S corp to handle all your revenue streams? Yeah, I have an S corp. All of my money goes to my S corp. Every single dollar goes to my S corp, and I pay myself a salary. And then I distribute the remainder, because that's what you do as an S corp. And I have payroll tax that I pay. I can offer myself a 401k, but like, it's kind of dumb. Have you ever thought about getting into MLM? No, bro, get that MLM. So I'm going to ban you. Get that MLM out of here. We don't talk about MLM garbage here. That's like, no, that's how you get screwed out of money. And that's how you lose friends, and that's how you piss off family members. Don't do MLMs. What should I do to become a virtual reality dev? I think you could probably just get started on Unreal Engine. Did you earn more in December than January on YouTube? Yes. Yes, I did. I've been watching your videos relentlessly lately. I feel like you've changed my perspective on the industry. Well, dude, I'm happy that I helped. As an older viewer, I find your knowledge and perspective refreshing. Chris, I appreciate that, man. I'm glad. We do real businesses here, not MLM. MLM is multi-level marketing. It's basically just a pyramid scheme with a crappy product, because a pyramid scheme, you make money off of recruiting people, and then those people recruit people, and there's no actual product that anybody is selling at all. No one's actually selling. But an MLM is literally that, but with a crappy product to get around the legalities of it. So an MLM is perfectly legal, technically, because they're selling a product. That's, it's like Herbalife. Herbalife is a multi-level marketer. You make money by recruiting people, and then you get a percentage of all those people's sales on Herbalife, and then those people recruit people, and you get a percentage of sales from those people, and it's just like you're the top guy, and it pyramids down, and you get a percentage of everyone that you can recruit. So the money's in recruiting people, but technically there is a product, even though it's crappy and garbage and doesn't do anything, they're legal. What income to become an S corp? 30,000. 30,000. Utah professional sports scene? Yeah, that's true. New sub, great content. Hey, thanks, dude. I've been an MLM boss, babe. Yeah, like my favorite with MLM. Are you ready? Here we go. I have a great opportunity for you to explode your income levels and spend more time with your kids and just generally be happier about life. Are you ready to be your own boss? Come work for me. Come work for me if you want to be your own boss. What? I'm sorry, come again? If you want to be your own boss, come work for someone else. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Welcome to multi-level marketing. Is Herbalife still a thing in 20? Dude, Utah is the capital of multi-level marketing. We have essential oils, Young Living, doTERRA, unique makeup garbage. That's, yeah. It's not good. Makes sense. Yeah, MLM Ninja Star Pirate certified. Certified in BS. I have a PhD in BS. I sell doTERRA. Yes, I want to work for you. Have you read The Millionaire Fastlane? MJ DeMarco. Yeah. I like Unscripted more, but I've read both. The song is so dope. Dude, I was in. All right, let me tell you. Let's have a little story time. Let's have a little story time. Hold on. Oh, look at my big reflector. If you're wondering what that. Well, there it goes. Let's have a little story time here. So when I was in Finland, there was this guy that he messaged me and he was like, "Hey, man," and I was like, "Dude, what's up? How are things with paragliding?" Because that's what he used to do. That's where we met. He's like, "Dude, I've just been like having the best time of my life. I've been making a lot of money recently, and I've been wanting to like share the love. So I've decided to." You know, give you this life-changing opportunity, and you know, we're selling the greatest motivational product that there is. It changes lives, it changes people's health and their identity, and a bunch of other buzzword jargons I don't really remember. And I remember thinking, like, you just asked me how I was, and I didn't even get to respond before you set up some proposition. He's like, "Yeah, dude, all you got to do is sell this like game-changing energy drink, and it's gonna change people's lives, and you're gonna be a millionaire." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'll placate you. What do I got to do?" He's like, "Well, all right, so basically you have to buy this energy drink and I'll ship it over and then you'll sell it and I'll get a percentage of what you get back." And I was like, "Now what's holding me accountable to pay you? Why wouldn't I keep all that money for myself?" He's like, I was like, "Because I'm in Finland and you're in the US and there's literally nothing you can do. Also, have you thought about VAT tax that you're going to pay on shipping new products into another country?" He's like, and I was like, "What about?" No. That was it. Like, people that you've never talked, or people that you haven't talked to in like 6 years, reach out to you for that multi-level marketing garbage. You're like, dry lips. Oh, thanks. Thanks for noticing. Is it worth it here to company to a person to have all your taxes? If you're an LLC, do the taxes yourself. You just use TurboTax. If you're an S corp, get an accountant. Definitely get an accountant. Don't make an S corp unless you have accountants. Because I thought okay, right now I could probably do the paperwork myself, but oh my god, there's literally like 35 pages of IRS paperwork that you have to fill out every year, and I'd much rather not mess that up and just pay somebody to do it, because then I could focus on making more money. And tax accountants are write-offs anyways. How do you stay motivated at home when you say so? How do you stay structured? I have a mortgage. That keeps me pretty motivated. If I don't work, I don't pay my bills. If I don't pay my bills, I'm homeless and my dad is homeless, and I lose my cars and my credit tanks even more after rebuilding it for years. Yeah, that's pretty big motivational factor. Why don't people have patience when it comes to passive income? People want money now. People want money right away. That's just the dream. You're selling a dream. People see themselves at the top of the mountain and the rewards and the trophies, but they don't see themselves climbing to the top of the mountain. That's what everybody does. I'm guilty of it. And it helps if you can remember, though. Like, you got to understand, you got to do two parts to having money and success and all that other motivational stuff. You have to see yourself at the top so you know where you're going, but you got to climb. You got to do the climb, and the climb sucks because you're going to climb up and you're going to slide back down a few feet, and you're going to climb up again. It's going to happen again. Then an avalanche is going to come down in snow and knock you off the mountain completely, and you're going to look back up at the top and you're going to be like, is this something that I really want? And then you're either going to climb or you're going to give up. How do mortgages work? It's just like paying rent, except instead of paying rent, I will eventually own the house. New member, Vipsy. Let me get you with the 5 real quick. Let me get you those 5 pusherinos. Do you want to sell this life-changing energy drink and make a ton of money? Remy, you got me. Tell me more. Welcome to the channel, by the way, dude. Let me hit you with a Keanu real quick, and I get you those 5. Rip. Hit you with 5. 1. 2. 3. Is that 5? Wait, let me do one more. How far are you into fixing your credit? It takes time. That's really the only thing with credit. There's nothing you can do. You just got to pay your bills on time. Where should I register an S Corp? You do it online. You have to fill out an application to the IRS within 90 days of registering your LLC. Twitch stream is offline. Yeah, I can't dual stream. Hello. Welcome aboard. Next one, count and finish. All right. What's your weight? About 180 something. Josh, so heavy, even camera shakes. The basement is under my room, so it's hollow. Bends the board, shakes my house. Sorry, I should have muted the mic. My bad. Josh, do company hire self-taught devs from other countries? Yes. League Comstock. Yeah, I think you probably. Well, I don't know. In Germany, I don't think you get in trouble. How tall are you? 6'1.5". Almost 6'2". 180 kgs, dude. That'd be huge. Scratch your own itch. What's that mean? Thank you again for the knowledge. We're trying to get into the industry. I've been learning for about 6 months. I'm dedicated to learn whatever I need to. Just trying to find the opportunity. Dude, we all are. I'm not 180 kgs. I'm 180 pounds. So take 180 pounds and divide that by 2.2. Here, look, we'll do it. Here, look, I'm using my European knowledge from living in Europe. Okay, so 2.2 pounds is 1 kilo. So we'll take 185, divide by 2.2, which comes down to 84.09 kilos. 6'3" on Tinder. Nah. What arm do you have your camera on? It's a Gorilla Pod. 5'9" then. Josh, I expand the truth on my resume and it's working. I didn't read that. I don't know what you're talking about. You just telling more truths, right? Hello, I'm from Germany. Guten Tag. Well, it's probably nighttime for you, but I forgot how to say night in German. Josh, do be looking kind of thick though. I'm dumb thick. Can an LLC have undefined source of income? Yeah, I mean that's a business. It's just a company that marks down revenue. It doesn't have to be consistent. Like when I say I pay myself a salary, I don't pay myself every 2 weeks. It's just at the end of the year, when I do the paperwork, I say this is how much money is my salary, and this is how much money is my total income, and this is how much money is my distribution to myself. You can't do that as an LLC. That's S Corp specific. 513. BMI, dude, I have no idea. Probably somewhere around maybe 15, 18%. I don't know. I have got the upper abs. I don't want to get demonetized. Why are people afraid of change? How much time do you spend coding every day? I don't know. It depends if I need to. I don't code just to code. I don't do it as a job. I code if I want to, but not if I have to, because I'm not making React apps every day. I don't have any React apps I want to make. I don't have any Angular apps I want to make. I don't have any phone apps I want to make. Don't want to do it as a job. First thing to do is start a business. After a name, gotta open it. Gotta file it. Go to smallbiz.com. Looks like it's like a 2008 website. Looks like trash. I promise it's legit. That's where I open mine. I'm not sponsored. Would you rather dev on a Mac or Windows? Windows all day. Windows is cheaper. You get more power out of it, and more applications are supported. Do you really have an employee, or do they work you? I mean, that's the same thing. Contractor's technically an employee, but it depends on how you want to name. That's why titles don't matter. So I have Mike. Mike is a W-8 contractor. He's not 1099. The reason he's a W-8 is because he lives in Canada, and you can't do a 1099 for someone who lives outside the U.S. So he has a W-8. That is technically what you give the IRS. What other types of YouTube channels do you watch besides your own? That's a great question. Yeah, I can read some to you. I'm gonna go to my subs. I have like 3 different Google accounts that I have a bunch of different subs on. Nakey Jakey is hilarious. Pay Money Wubby for sure. Matt Diavella. I like watching Kevin O'Leary. Lewis Rossman. Linus Tech Tips. Peter McKinnon. Flight Test. Gary V. Matt Guthmiller. Trent Palmer. Cody Ko. Tom Bilyeu. Casey Neistat. Film Riot. Daniel Schiffer. Leon Lush. It's pretty funny. I have a bunch of VFX channels, like behind the scenes of how they do special effects for movies. iPhone8o. Justin Odisho. That's how I learned to edit. Tucker Gott. Fix It in Post. The Report of the Week. We have Review Bra. Quixel. Hickok45. I don't know. Does that make me seem more normal? Kit Boga for sure. What does Mike do? He does my social media, and we work on other things together. I'm gonna make a video about it later today. I'm gonna talk about everything we do, how we organize it, how I pay him, how that works. What is your business that you open? It's Grinder LLC. Clementson. Any homesteading channels? I don't have any homesteading channels. More of like flight channels. Aviation 101 on there. Lots of flight channels and about Red Bull. Are you into drop shipping? No. Do you have any role models? For different areas of things that I want to get better at, I have role models. Like, I would like to have Peter McKinnon's energy, but at the same time, I'm not him. Peter is so friendly, and he's so nice, and he's so smiley, and he's just like, you know? I do code stuff all day. I don't really watch code channels. Rhonda, welcome. How are you? Review Bra is cool. I like to watch meme channels. I mean, I'm just a regular guy like you. I just watch the same stuff. I send memes to my friends just like you guys do. I never heard of pretty much any of those channels. All right, well, first thing you need to do is go sub to Kit Boga, and he's probably live. He's probably live right now. Actually, I think he is. You should get a UAV license. Oof, that's true. That'd be dope. My wife and I own a bead and jewelry store in People Cash who have co-design. I'm working with Code Academy thing to try out coding. Any interesting tax-wise to make sure I pay? What do you mean? What do you mean, Remy? How do companies evaluate developers? What kind of speed of programming does one need? Speed is doesn't matter. You don't have to be coding all day, dude. That's not how this works. Sometimes you'll be coding all day when you know exactly what to do and what you need to get done, or when you're refactoring something. But then there are a whole lot of other times when you'll get a task and you'll have no idea what to do. You'll be like, I am so lost. I got nothing. And that's like the majority of the time. And you'll just be sitting there thinking about it, right? You'll just be sitting there, you know, you'll be like watching YouTube. You guys all have had this experience where when you don't think about the answer, you're like, oh, I got it. You know, like in the shower, playing video games, whatever, you're watching TV, driving home, suddenly you got an answer. That's how it is. That's how it is a lot at work. How many hours do you work per day or per week? I mean, I don't do the 4-hour work week or anything like that. I have to work a lot. I spend a lot of time filming and video editing, trying to make products and stuff. Top Coder, and I don't know. I've never used those. How about streaming gaming after this? I think gaming is like kind of low value. Are you unhappy? No, dude, I'm super happy. I'm just like maximum chill energy. Like a lot of people have really high highs and really low lows, and I'm just kind of in the middle. And when you're in the middle and like occasionally I'm like, oh dude, this is hilarious, this is awesome. I'm like, I have some ups. I don't really have a whole lot of dips, but for the most part, I'm pretty smooth sailing. And people think because you're not like exciting and giving away iPhones, if you smash that subscribe button. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. I appreciate you. This is going to be my new energy level from now on. Wow, I hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. Make sure you go get your discounted tacos for dinner tonight. And if you don't talk like that, people think you're like depressed. And I'm not. I just don't talk like that. That's just not how I am. Can someone make money coding part-time? Why are you happy? Because I'm happy doing what I do, and I have control over my time, and you know. Just joined your Discord, dude. What up? Thermo, what's up? What do you think of getting an automation? Automation is pretty dope. Positive energy. Can you not, please? Big yikes. That's unsustainable. Not if you're on YouTube, because this is how you have to be when you open up every single video. Do you guys want to learn how to make $1 million overnight? Because if so, I have the course for you. All you have to do is take my course about my other course, which will then sell you another course, which I will then upsell you the secret to making $2 million overnight. And you'll still be wondering where your money's at, but don't even worry about it. All you got to do is make sure to subscribe and leave a comment below. Make sure to smash that like button. And I'm just going to have all your money and be super rich and talk about how I have it. All right, I'm done. I can't. That's just, I can't. How wealthy is Josh? No, I'm not. I mean, can I code as a side hustle? Of course, of course. Make stuff for people. Are you Graham? Are you? Sounds simple, bro. That's what people want. Doctors hate him. Try this one simple trick tonight. What if I crush the button instead? Well, as long as you double smash thumbs down. So much positivity. That's not even positivity. That's just talking really loud at the camera. I don't understand how this is confused as positivity, because I'm just being really loud. Maybe that's what people want. I'm sold. Thanks for jolting me out of focus with the yelling. I'm sorry, Cole. Sorry, everyone that's listening at work. Sorry. How do I use the perk emotes? So you just use a colon, and then if you type Keanu, you can get a Keanu like that. I study Japanese at university, but I want to get into dev because it pays incredibly well. Problem is, I'm not good at math. What's an easy dev job? All right, first of all, don't look for an easy dev job, because if you're looking for an easy dev job, it's going to be saturated, and it's not going to pay very well. Second, you don't have to be good at math. Third, web dev is probably what you're looking for. Have you ever advertised your business using YouTube ads? Not really. I'm not usually trying to get like people's money. I don't sell a whole lot. I don't shill a whole lot. Fastest way out of a corporate job? You gotta have a side hustle that makes more than your corporate job so you can quit. Flow state's killed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? I mean, it should pop up. It works for me. Nope, didn't work. Feels bad, man. You should have access to feels you're breathtaking. What? All right, click on the little smiley face and see if you can find him. It should be up there at the top. Is Linux commonly used in dev jobs? Yes. How important is it to know algorithms? It's as important as the job that you're applying to says it is. That's about it. Even Clement, like if you go watch Clement's video about what he actually did at Google, he was working on the front end UI, but like in his interviews, he was doing like algorithms and stuff, right? So what I'm saying is the interview process is not reflective of what you're doing on the job. They just want to see your problem solving ability. Any thoughts on Linus's recent "I'm gonna retire" video? He's not gonna retire. I think that's just his 10 million sub video. He likes what he does. He just needs to. I think he's been so serious about it for so long. Just goes to default. That what? All right, I will fix that after this stream, Vip. What do you think? Which job will give the most money in the future? Probably automation. How do I get membership? If you click the join button. It's like a Twitch sub. I'm not coding, but I have a friend that. Is there any advice that I can give him for any? What? I mean, what advice? Like about what? Linus was so sad. I mean, he had a really harsh experience, you know. Like I think about the same stuff he talks about in that video, and I think, you know, when am I gonna not make a video or do something every day for YouTube? What's a great technical document? Something that you can read and understand and follow and create from. How do you avoid burnout? You stop before you burn out. That's it. If you let yourself. Okay, well, I mean, that's the question, right? How do you avoid it? I stop. I take a break. Play video games. Go outside. Ride my motorcycle. The elastic of your chair's pillow goes inside. Yeah, I know it's not. I need a new chair. Any recommendations for a new chair? I'm thinking like secret chairs are good. Like DX Racers, like whatever. I think you're paying for like the brand, and they're like $500, and I'm just like, I don't really care that much. I'm not gonna get that super expensive one that everyone always recommends. It's like $4 grand. What's your favorite food? I'm pretty basic. I like pizza and hot wings, and I like fried pickles. Probably those in that order. How much money you make from the join button? It's the same as Twitch, 50-50. So I get $2.50, I think. Maxonomic, what is that? What do you think of game dev? Do you know a good bootcamp for game dev? I think no, there's not going to be a bootcamp for game dev because it's a hard industry, dude. It's so hard. IKEA best chair? PewDiePie chair is a DX Racer. It's too much money. I just discovered Hot Wings, bro. I mean, they change your life. What motorbike do you own? I have a Speed Triple. 1050 Speed Triple, baby. So, oof, it is my pride and joy. I need a let me pull you up a picture. I feel like a dad showing some new baby born pictures. Let me get you a picture cuz right now it's all covered up outside. Got that winter time. I'll answer some questions while I look for this. Just a sec. Get the ergonomic one. Is Algo Expert worth it? I haven't done it, so I can't say. And I don't apply to those jobs that you use it for, so I can't say. Why is this so far back? There you go. This is my baby girl. Come on, autofocus. You gotta work. This is a weird song. Hold on. Did I bust it? All right. That bike makes me unsub. It's not a crotch rocket. It's a standard naked bike. It's a Triumph Speed Triple 1050cc, 3 cylinders, 0 to 60, and faster than you can count. Yo, a Revisher recruiter hit me up. You sure I shouldn't apply? Recruiters for any places are gonna hit you up. If you want to go work anywhere in the United States for like minimum wage for 2 years, and if you ever want to stop and you want to break that, you got to pay $35,000. Does that sound good? I mean, think about it. Companies are hiring people with 10 weeks of training. Tips on getting any sort of internships with coding early. Did my first year of college learning Python. Yeah, I mean, I would probably go with freelance over internship. Just start making things for your classmates. How was Revisher? I talked with him last week, dude. Revisher is putting so much money into recruiting. It is a nightmare. They're in every city. They're in every state. They have an Indeed ad for everything. That's how it works. They pay you $7. They pay you minimum wage for 10 weeks while you learn to code, and then they make you sign a 2-year contract where they can send you anywhere across America to get a job, where you will then be capped at like $20 an hour, which is literally like $40,000 a year, which is under what you'd get paid as a junior dev. And then if you want to break that contract, you have to pay $35,000 if you want to have control over what you make. I'm sorry. I'm not okay with people controlling my salary. Like, it's 3 cylinders for acceleration, 4 cylinders for top speed, right? So if I'm side by side with someone with a 4-cylinder, they're going to lose. But yeah, in the long game, like if we're going top speed, I'll lose. So I like 3-cylinder because I like zipping around the city. Like I can get out of the way pretty quick, you know, accelerate quick. I'm not going 200 miles an hour. I don't want to. I'm not trying to die. I had a recruiter hit me up on 2 different email addresses for veterinary assistant. Wait, what? I'm a senior electrical engineer. Yeah, they are. Yeah, dude. Recruiters, they only get paid when you get a job. So recruiters, it's in their best interest to tell you that the job is amazing and that you're the perfect fit and you're going to love it because they get paid when you get the job. So of course they're going to try to make the job look amazing even if it's garbage. Right? That's how they get paid. It's like car salesmen. Except selling cars, they're selling jobs. They're selling jobs to you, right? There's a lot of used car dealerships, and the salesman knows that this car is a piece of junk, right? But he's not going to tell you because he wants you to buy it, so that way he can get his money. It's the same thing with recruiters. How do you know so much about bikes? Because I guess it's because I own one. I have a mechanical engineering degree. Maybe that helps. My dad was a mechanic growing up. Mechanical engineering. Any thoughts? How do you like corporate? That's my thought. You look like Dario, only without long hair. No one's ever said that. Web dev or data science for job reconversion? Web dev. Could you briefly explain what a write-off is? What can you write off? It depends on your business. Basically, a write-off is, let's say you make $100,000 a year, and it costs you $50,000 a year to run your business. Like it costs you $50,000 of like your office rent, like buying supplies and tools, all that stuff. Like it costs you $50,000. So you write that off. That is not your income. Technically, your income is $50,000 because you had to spend $50,000 to run your business. So that is a tax write-off business expense. What can you business expense? There's a lot of things that you can do, but it depends on what you do as a business. It's defined as something that's necessary and ordinary for you to do business. So for example, if I try to buy a Lambo and business expense it because I put it in a video, IRS is going to be like, Josh, no, you did not need a Lambo, you know? Can you write in Python? Yeah, a little bit. Like, your profit is what you make after expenses. It's why Amazon doesn't pay taxes, because they spend everything they make. They business expense everything they make. Should I get a bachelor in programming or web dev? Probably programming would help you. It would give you a little bit more broader of a view, and your degree doesn't really matter anyways, so. I came here for the corporate cringe. Dude, maybe that would be in like 2 days. Can you go to the doctor and business expense it in the US? No. You can business expense money you put into an HSA, though. That's pre-tax. But you can't spend that HSA bank account money on anything else but health medical stuff. You could need a Lamborghini for a lifestyle business. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could technically say that, and they'll audit you, and you'll have to defend yourself. And then when you say, I needed it for my lifestyle to look cool, it's really up to the judge in court to decide, are you going to pay taxes on that Lambo or not? With a bunch of late fees. You can try. Why do most people on YouTube like to show off their wealth online? Because then they promise they can, I don't know. I think it just makes them feel good about themselves. I mean, it works, right? People that drive Lambos and people that live in these fancy houses and people that show off all their jewelry and their bling and whatever, right? They show it all off, but they have no money in savings because they keep spending all their money on their lifestyle to look cool. And then they make a bunch of money because they sell a bunch of crap. And then they spend that money again to look even cooler. Choosing the right accountant. What kind of business? Out of topic, can you upload that wallpaper? It's on Wallpaper Engine on Steam. It's like $3 on Steam. You can just get whatever, all sorts of Bootcamp or Reviture. Get Reviture out of here. So the next person who says Reviture is banned. Debt flexing is a great way to build brand debt, Remy. That's exactly what it is. It's debt flexing. I mean, I don't know why you would buy a Lambo unless you wanted girls. Unless you wanted to show off your wealth to get girls, that'd be the dumbest business expense ever. So dumb. Like, you do way better investing in real estate where the asset appreciates, because if you buy a car, the car depreciates as soon as you drive it off the lot. Like, don't do it. Don't do it, chat. If you guys spell it out letter by letter, you're all gone. How hard is it to get investments for a startup? You have to basically give a white paper presentation, and your white paper is basically a description of your business, what problem it solves, how it's improving this life, and a description of basically everything that your business is currently doing and how it's going to do, and you have to present that to venture capitalists. How hard is it? How good are you at negotiating? How do you like your computer? This one? This Von Racer here? Oh, it's crap, dude. Like, the leather's coming off. It was good while I had it, but I need a new one big time. I might go get another one today. Mike is banned. Amelia, I made the worst dinner today. Hey, that's okay. What are your thoughts on Skillshare? Skillshare is good for, I guess it depends on what you want to learn. I think it's good. I used it to learn how to do storytelling better. Help me out. Currently watching live stream. Yo, Flying Dutchman, dude. What up? Are the US people ahead from the foreign? Wait, what? I don't know what that means. Watch some Dragon's Den or Shark Tank. Yeah. Buy a land to build or buy a house, and why? It depends on what you want to do. It's cheaper probably to build a house. You're over 200k subs now. I missed that. It was crazy. It's nuts. Are you finished? I am not. I'm Native American, Cherokee Indian, and German. And I guess, I think it's Norwegian. A mix of weirdness. I have a message. Wait. Why is web dev better than data science for a job reconversion? This song again? True. You're right. Let me change that. Web dev is better because it has more applications. You can do mobile applications with web dev skills. You can do desktop applications with web dev skills. Data science is just data science. It depends on what your company needs data science for. Web dev has more utility. That's my opinion. And when you have more utility, you have more options. And when you have options, you have leverage. What's a good side hustle? What do you want a side hustle? I'm not gonna tell you there's a good side hustle. What do you want? My headphones? They're okay. I wouldn't buy them if they're not on sale. I bought them on sale. My plan is to quit the job, trade racehorses, and learn web dev, move to another country because it's cheaper to live. Good work. Are you only taking business questions? I mean, we're trying to answer all the questions. I try to get to everybody. How you doing, man? I am fantastic. I hope you guys are well. Again, if you're lurking in the chat at work in your cubicle, let me say one thing. I know your pain. It's not. I'm sorry that you have to be there, but thanks for being here. What do you average a year in income? It depends, because I have business expenses. Like 6 figures. But I don't make I can tell you that I don't make 200k. Less than 200k. I side hustle as a mobile mechanic at 80 an hour. Oof. That's nice. How to design better. Go to behance.com or .net and look at other people's designs. But who gets to decide what a good design is? Your audience does. I mean, you guys have heard of Jackson Pollock, the dude that just dipped his paintbrush in the paint can and just flung it on the canvas, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, that is amazing. Holy crap. Oh wow, I've never seen anything like it before." Dude just splattered paint on a canvas. Everyone's like, "But it's art, Josh. It's amazing." Who gets to decide what good design is? What are all your streams of income? Bro, that's a long list. Do you believe in the 2020 recession? Probably for some areas. And you know what areas shine in a recession? Education. You're going to see a whole lot of education commercials in a recession, and they're going to promise you the next time there's a recession, because you got our education, you're not going to be part of the recession. What does financial freedom look like to you? Not having to think about bills, basically. Be independent of my bills. Okay, do you write off your electricity? You can't write off all of your electricity. They have mixed use. That's what it's called. It's defined as a mixed use expense. It's same for your phone. If you only have one phone and you're a freelancer and you use your phone to do some work, you can't write off your entire phone, because no one just uses their phone for just work. You can only get away with that if you have 2 phone lines. Right? Then you can write off 100% of one. But electricity, right? I use electricity to cook food in my microwave. That's not a business expense. I use electricity to do lots of stuff at the house, wash my clothes, whatever. You can't write that off. Hey Josh, do you still keep in touch with Patrick? Would love to see a follow-up interview. He was a baller. Yeah, I'm gonna probably go visit him. I keep saying that. What percentage of your income do you save? It goes up and down. I don't I don't really try to save income. I try to just expense things that are assets. Because if you save money, you pay a bunch of taxes on it, right? So you try to expense it. 60% of phone. I think you probably 80% would be as high as you want to go. This is not financial advice. I don't have a flat percentage that I save because every month my income goes up and down. So why you have 2 headphones but only use one? What? They're both on. WGU for 6K or a shop for a boot camp? Jake, what? WGU 6K for what? Bachelor's? 549. Yo, I'm still in high school and have to do an internship for software developer. This is the site. I would have to find a company. What? Wait, Cassius, explain. Stage marked. What do you mean? Is that like the only place that you're allowed to have a job from for an internship? No, don't do that. Like, talk to them about that. That's unfair. That makes no sense. I'm sure they're more flexible than that. Phone write-off can only be deducted if and only if 100% of the use is business related. What? That's a mix. It's mixed use. You have to write yourself an accountability plan. It's like having a car that you use for business and personal. It's a mixed use. Do you save in gold? Does it need tax? What? I mean, you have to buy the gold, and you would have already paid tax to buy the gold. Tax season sucks for self-employed. Tax season is every quarter for self-employed. You are supposed to pay estimated taxes every quarter if you expect to owe more than $1,000. And you don't get a tax refund when you're self-employed. You only pay taxes because taxes aren't taken out of your paycheck ever. All money you get as self-employed is no taxes. So you pay taxes every single quarter. So every quarter for me, well, what did I pay last? What was my last payment? I had to pay $15,000 like last quarter. What was that, like December? It was like a month ago. Sucks because you see it there and you're like, that's a lot of money, but it's not yours. And if you spend it, you're gonna owe it. And if you owe it, the IRS gonna come knocking. Nobody want to have that happen. So I mean, you see it in there, you're like, that's my student loans. Nope, nah, can't spend it. You invest in mutual funds? No. Do you like fry sauce? Oh, dude, you know I love fry sauce. How do you manage your time? I'm trash at managing my time. I have a standard of work I set for myself every day, and if I get that done, I do kind of whatever I want. 15K, yikes. In one payment, yep. Crypto for tax-free saving. Crypto for how to get audited and thrown in jail. Don't you pay payroll tax every quarter as part of an S-Corp income split? Yes. I also pay payroll tax and I pay estimated income tax. At what point do you hire an accountant? If you have an S-Corp, hire an accountant. You don't need an accountant really for an LLC. Can you write off your tax payments as a business expense? No. You don't invest in stocks and stuff? I don't invest into the market like that. I'd rather buy real estate or assets that appreciate in value. And stocks are just, they're more of a gamble for me, so I don't do it. What do you think of Chris Hawks? I know he watches my channel. I got a notification. Seems like a chill dude. Yeah, if you're getting money back self-employed, then you're definitely overpaying on your estimated taxes. And you're gonna have to wait to get a refund, and that whole time you don't have that money, and you could have spent it to make more money at your business. It's just very, what job do you for passive income? There's no job for passive income because by definition it's passive, so you wouldn't be working for it. So I don't know what you mean. Do you save off of every check tag? I don't get checks. Trade stocks. Everyone, you trade stocks. Why'd you pick an LLC over an S-Corp? I have an S-Corp. LLC if you want a simple amount of paperwork. S corp if you want to do payroll tax and have. Oh, I gotta call my accountants after this. Because I got some stuff in the mail that wasn't meant for me. It was meant for them. You have a house or a flat? That's the most European thing I've read so far. I have a house. So you pay self-employment, income, and state. That is correct. An S corp lets you pay yourself a salary and then distribute a remaining amount of money through a K1 pass-through is what it's called. Basically, the distribution you only pay income tax on and no self-employment tax, but you have to pay yourself a reasonable amount of money. So basically, when you pay yourself a salary of like, I don't know, you say you make $100,000, you pay yourself a salary of $50,000, you pay self-employment and income tax on that, but then you distribute the other $50,000 to yourself and you only pay income tax on that. That's the benefit. So you save a lot by not paying the self-employment tax on the distribution to yourself, but you also have to pay payroll tax as a penalty for having an S corp, which you would not have as an LLC. Does that make sense? It's worth it. You save money. You save a lot of money. Somebody can go listen to that back later and slow it down. You live in Texas? No. There's your, yeah, larger expense to S corp. More papers. I pay $245 a month for taxes for accountants. How much would you spend on a car? I mean, I'm not a car person. I'd rather buy a motorcycle or an airplane. Where to learn tax? You gotta, just read a lot. Just read a lot about business. Like, try to open a business and you'll inadvertently learn about taxes. Eminem nervously in the background. Can you write off accountants? Yes. Greetings from Romania, dude. What up? Someone listening to this tax thing from EU, that seems so complicated. Yeah, dude, taxes in Europe are very, like, I don't know, they're too controlling. That's why all the rich people live here in the US, where they can file their own taxes and abuse them. But that's why the rich people live here. When I say airplane, I don't mean like a private jet. I just mean like an actual airplane. How much should you save? How much should you have minimum to invest in real estate? I mean, it doesn't. That's not how it works. You have to have a business that's 2 years old to be able to invest in real estate, because if you go to a bank and you say, hey, I need a mortgage because I want to buy a house that I want to use for real estate investment that I'm going to rent to people, they're going to be like, okay, how long have you been in business? And you're going to be like, I haven't been in business 2 years. And they're going to be like, okay, well, please come back when you've been in business 2 years. So you come back in 2 years when you have a business, and they're going to say, okay, how much profit have you made? And you're going to be like, well, I haven't been paying myself that much money because I've been business expensing most of it. And they're going to be like, well, profit is, it's not your income. It's the money you make after you pay your taxes. And how much did you pay yourself? And you're going to be like, well, I paid myself like $40K. And they're going to be like, well, the most mortgage we can give you for this $40K salary that you pay yourself is probably around $100,000. And that's not going to be enough money to be able to invest in real estate, unless you have the other $100,000 saved up. So investing in real estate self-employed is a lot more complicated than you think. He read my joke about Eminem. Dang, you pay $240 a month for your accountant. $250 a quarter. It's because I have everything. They do my personal and they do my business. People are like, why don't you invest in real estate? And like, there's this huge long-winded answer about how it works. Buy Section 8 equals gold mine. Yeah, no, dude, you'll be spending more money just like keeping your house like livable. What's the absolute minimum amount of money do you think you can live on a month? Well, according to my current expenses, I need to make $5,500 a month. That's how much I need to not be homeless. $5,500 a month. It sucks. It super sucks because I pay my dad's rent. I pay for his car. I pay for his car insurance. I pay for his groceries. I pay for my house. I pay for my car insurance, my groceries, my utilities, my business expenses. It's a lot of money. It sucks. What area of tech is easiest to get into? I mean, okay, psychedelic. You got to think about if it's easiest to get into, it's going to be the most competitive. If it has a low barrier to entry and lots of people can do it, it's going to suck unless you're like the top 1% of whatever that is. Buy a $500 tax foreclosure. They don't really have those around here, but I guess I could look into it. Why not let your parents live with you? Hell no. No. Absolutely not. No, no, no. Like, we get along, but we're not like that. We lived together for like 20 years. It's not. No, 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 no. You have a private pilot's license? No. I gotta get one. It's a crazy amount of money for a European. Yeah, I understand it's a lot of money for in Europe in general. But in Europe, like, you don't really, like, especially Ville. I'm pretty sure that's a Finnish name. Pretty sure you're from Finland, Ville. And you won't go homeless, right? So, like, your taxes there take care of you. Here, taxes take care of the military. So, you gotta earn more. How to make a business and be a programmer. Yeah, make a business is cost 50 or 80, $85. Your mom's still in Georgia? Yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm not letting my parents live here. That will never happen. That's just not gonna happen. Me and my dad need space. Like, we get along, but I need space from him. Like, we can't live together. It's not like that. I need my independence. I need my own thing. Like, so I'll pay for it. It's not the most exciting thing because he doesn't really generate a lot of money. Or any money for me. I just do it because when I'm older, I'll know that I took care of him best I could. So that's really why I do it. It's not like I think about it and I'm like, I really wish I could use this money to go live my dreams and I have to spend this money on my dad. But then I think when I'm older and he's not around anymore, I'll know that I did what I could. That's really why I do it. What about web? I don't know. My mom lives with me, but we somehow get along. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. Like, I would not be able to focus on work if we lived together, which means I would, like, it just wouldn't work. Is it worth it to make an MBA? I mean, let me ask you this question. So you want an MBA, the real question is, how expensive do you want your toilet paper to be? Because that's what an MBA is. What do you mean a business costs $85? It costs $85 to make a business in the United States. Or in the United States, depending on the state you're in. Don't do California. California is like $500. It's trash. What's your routine? Today, I woke up at 8 o'clock and I rolled around in bed and I read Reddit for like an hour, watched YouTube videos, responded to comments. I got up, talked to Mike a little bit about what we're doing for the video tomorrow, and now I'm live streaming. I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna come back in my film. It's hard when you're in like a creative field. It's hard. 109 here in Oregon. That's not bad. Yeah, California is trash to open a business in. I like if you're like a startup that's making billions, it's not a lot of money. But if you're a small time freelancer, just a little business, California is trash. Who is Mike? Mike is my dude. We work together. Hypothetically speaking, what if you got your dad a tiny house that he could park in your backyard? City restrictions can't do it. I already thought about it. But even then, no. No, can you imagine if I brought dates over and my dad lives in like a little shed, tiny house in the backyard, and they're like, "Who's that in your backyard?" Don't worry about it. He keeps to himself. Favorite subreddit? Oh, r/roast me is pretty good. About 2K a month gives a comfortable life here, renting an apartment, owning a cheap car, food, some fun and savings. Yeah, I know. I would love to go back to Finland if I had money. It'd be so nice. Should I miss one semester at university for internship in DS? What? Oh, for data science? I think, yeah, go for the internship, dude. What does Mike do for me? Mike does my social media. So I pay him every week. He's a contractor. He lives in Canada. He works remote. I practice what I preach. Like, he works remote. I don't care how he does it as long as he gets it done. I don't care when he does it. I don't micromanage anything. Like, it's not like that. I'm like, hey, do this. Do these things, and then we're good. He's like, all right. And then he does it. And we just send memes to each other and whatever. Like, that's how I am as a boss. I don't even think I'm a boss, because I don't manage. I don't want to. He had his own thing going, but we just decided to combine. Did you make more money present than you were as an employee? Yes, for sure. Thoughts on health insurance versus savings? My health insurance is the gym. What other IT jobs? I had like a regular IT job where I did like desktop setups, and I did like some data management where I just put stuff in Excel sheets and all that. How much you pay Mike? Ask Mike. I pay Mike like $3,500 a week. Pretty cool, dude. How would you get a year? Let's see. How much would you get a year for knowing MERN stack PHP? It's how much you can convince people. Embedded engineers? I mean, it sounds good. I don't really know what you do. Do you get bored in Salt Lake? Nah, dude, there's tons of stuff to do. Everyone have a good day. I gotta head out. Eddie, thanks for being here. 3,500. Can I apply? No, applications are closed. I told you, I'm not a trash. I would never be a trash. 350. No, it's not 350 a week. Are you kidding me? If not IT or YouTube, what would you do? I'd probably teach video editing, maybe. Mike, he's trying to get me with that meme name. Hey Josh, what's up, dude? What's up? Do social media and send memes. Dude, we keep it chill. Do you need a Golang backender? Working for Cybercoders. Cybercoders is just a recruiting place. Let me be your front end dev. I don't need it. I can do it myself. Thanks. Yeah, Cybercoders is just a recruiting firm. How does having employees work with an S Corp? Mike's not an employee. One sec. Come on. All right, there we go. Why do you support your parents if you don't mind answering? Because my dad he worked at one company for 25 years and he can't get basically no one will hire him because he's too old. He worked at these little crappy jobs that paid him $15 an hour, and it's not, you know. Can you write me into your will? Sure. How much do you actually save writing off? You don't save money by writing off. You just don't pay taxes. That's what rich people do. You think your stoic nature is sometimes counterproductive? It might be counterproductive, but it keeps me like mentally stable, so that's more important to me. Like if I'm not productive but I'm feeling all right, if I'm good mentally, that's the most important thing. Happiness, being like mentally chill, all that stuff is just. Did your dad work as a high-end car mechanic? No. I mean, he was a car mechanic back when he was like 20 something, but then he was like a regional field engineer. Do you think your dad can do graphic design work? No, he definitely can't. He's very mechanically inclined, right? But people don't get paid their worth for that. So, oh, someone said, Josh, you're 18. I started reading it, and then I was like, can you type that again if you're still here? I'm sorry if I missed it. Why do most people live beyond their means? Because keeping up with the Joneses is a real effect. Keeping up with the Joneses and flaunting what you have is, I don't know. I guess that's more important to people. Why work on Windows? It's cheaper, it's more powerful, and you can still access the Linux subsystem inside of Windows, which is, or not Linux, Unix. Does a degree matter for web dev? Not really. You're 18, you live with your parents, get like $800 a month, and you're in school. What would you do? Take to make bank? $800 a month, and you're in school. Well, if it's just $800 a month for like money somehow, I mean, I'd use that money to learn skills so that you could make a business, probably. How often do you self-reflect? I used to keep a journal every morning. I kind of like fell out of it, but I try to like meditate. My supervisor came to talk to me. What I missed? No, dude, nothing. Rich dad, poor dad. Yep. Yeah. I think there's a grand conspiracy to make sure nobody gets rich as easily anymore. I mean, that's why they don't teach you finance in school. That's like my tinfoil. That's like my tinfoil hat theory. Is like they don't teach you finance in school, and they don't teach you taxes in school. They don't teach you how to make a business in school because they don't want you. Like, you know, then people that run businesses wouldn't have people that are employees that would be okay with making no money and having no ability to run their life. That's my tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. You know, because if people knew how it worked, people would not want to do it. But people are like, oh, it's so dangerous to own a business. It's dangerous to be an employee. You're giving your livelihood to someone else to hand you a paycheck. That's crazy. You ever thought about starting a dev studio? No, I don't want to tinfoil bonnet. Yeah, I don't want to manage people. A very good offer from a good company, which exceeds the average salary in my area, but I still know they're offering the lowest in their budget. Do you think it's worth it to negotiate? I mean, yeah, you should say. Yeah, I mean, just be like, give a number that you want, and say, there has to be some movement here. I think I provide value because X, Y, Z. person who just learned Java for Android, just for his own tech startup. I don't. What do you mean technical advice? It's actually required in my state. Yeah, I know some states require financial literacy, but it's nothing like, bro, like you don't like, if they taught actual financial literacy, then no one would get an MBA. There would be zero reason for people to get MBAs because people with MBAs ask me how to open a business. I'm like, bro, I just Googled for like 3 hours and figured it out. You went to school for an extra 2 years and paid 80 grand to get an MBA. You can't open a business? What you mean? You know, it's just, if that was the case. Since you work remote, have you considered moving? I can't move. My business is not 2 years old yet, but I've considered it, yes. What's your favorite piece of tech on your desk right now? Probably the camera. EOS R. Yeah, definitely the camera. Or this, my Stream Deck back here. Got my 64 button Stream Deck I have to set up. Have you worked on game dev? Not as a job. I would never do game dev as a job. I only did it self-employed. I put an app on the App Store. You can go play it right now, but I recommend you don't because it is garbage. Yeah, I mean, getting an MBA does not give you a business to run. It does not give you a product to sell. It does not give you a service to improve. Like, just because you know how to run a business doesn't give you a business to run. You still have to know how to have skills to be able to make a product and solve problems and sell it and market it. And like, MBA does nothing. It's so trash. Have you looked at the EOS RP at all? Yes, the EOS RP is a cheaper alternative, but the EOS RP is limited in a bunch of functions compared to the R. Do you think all degrees are useless? No. I mean, you trying to do some heart surgery on me, I better see some PhD. Mr. Robot series? I've never seen it. Everyone says I should watch it, but what's the fastest route to making 5 figures a month? If it's the fastest and easiest route to make the 5 figures a month, then it's not going to be easy. I don't know the fastest route because I don't know what you're good at. You don't get an MBA for the knowledge, you go for the connections. Yeah, I mean, I would never get an MBA for the connections because then you're connected with a bunch of people that still don't know how to do anything but run a business. Okay, great. Like, you're still going to end up working for somebody if you get an MBA. I didn't get an MBA to work for somebody. I got an MBA to open a business. I don't want to network with people about how they got a job after the MBA because that's what everyone's looking for. A job and a business after an MBA. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense to me. Just go build a brand online. Now you got network connections. Like, I have more connections than anyone going to college for connections, and all I do is post YouTube videos, you know? It's just, where can you learn skills to make a business if you have 800 a month? You don't need 800 a month for a business. All you need is like $50. Just go online and open an LLC. MBAs are fine, but it needs to be a top tier MBA. Still, even then, I don't think. Josh, would you consider yourself corporate critique and investigation niche of a business like news blogging business? Well, there's a lot more. I mean, corporate cringe and stuff is like what the content that I make, but there's way more to it. There's business expenses behind the scenes. There's taxes behind the scenes. There's reinvesting into camera equipment and learning how camera equipment works so that it looks good. Like if you go look at my other old trash videos, you know, editing videos, getting better in front of the camera, learning how to do design for thumbnails, learning how to do thumbnails that work, learning how to edit videos more clearly and concisely so that people want to watch, learning how to edit audio levels, learning how to set up audio stuff and lighting stuff, and like there's so much to it than just like click record and look at LinkedIn, you know. Are you a generalist or a specialist? I'm a generalist, and if I need a specialist, I'll pay them one off because I don't need to be a specialist. I took your advice. I'm the CEO of Apple now. You're probably going to get banned like me. I hope not, though. Is coding a young man's game? If you want to work for somebody, it is. I got my job as a warehouse guy. They switched me from title to graphic designer, already paying me a low wage. Time to quit. What can you say about machine and deep learning? I mean, I don't know. Machine learning sounds cool. That's really all I know. Do you have an impossible list? No. That sounds, you know. For me, wanting to get involved in bioscience, I have the, yeah, I mean, for some areas in like medical stuff, you need a degree for sure. You know, if you want to build a bridge, you need a degree for sure. You want to code and make a business, you don't need a degree. Open an LLC for 50 bucks. It's about 85 bucks. Did you hear about the, oh, I mean, Rob, everybody heard. Speaking of LinkedIn, do you make a lot of use of? I'm banned from LinkedIn. I'm not allowed to make a LinkedIn. I've been banned from LinkedIn once, which means I'm banned from LinkedIn forever. So I really can't. They banned me once because I was making a point that you can be anyone you want on LinkedIn and there's no accountability and it's all just a bunch of garbage, and they banned me for it. And so I made a new account and I was going to do it right. But then in the terms of service, it says if you've ever been banned from our services prior, then you're going to be banned for our services from our services forever. So I'm banned forever. Nah, Josh, not to open LLC, but what to do with the LLC. You learn skills to make a business. What business should you make? I mean, you have to, what are you good at, dude? Like, everybody's good at something. Did my camera die? My camera died. All right, hold on. I got another battery. BRB. I'm still here. I'm just frozen. Hold on. Oh, well, where's my other battery? Hold on, it might be charging. Hold on. Got it. We're good. We're Gucci. Give me a sec. We're back. We're back in action. My battery died. Did you know in Scotland everybody under 50 has a right to a free or 4 university? I mean, I guess that's good. They make AC adapters. Yeah, I have one. I just don't have any more empty plugs. That's the problem. How to recover from graduating with a garbage degree? I mean, you don't. It depends on what you want to do. What do you want to do? We Gucci. Can you tell Finnish names off the bat? Yeah, for the most part, like Dean. Your name looks Finnish. Is that the trick question? Like Niemi, like Niemi. What does that say? I mean, like Dean, your first name is super not Finnish, but your last name looks Finnish. Josh, use a slightly different name, different email. Yeah, but I mean, like I still use LinkedIn, no doubt about it. I still got accounts to use on LinkedIn. I'm not worried about that. I just can't use it to actually build my brand anymore because they'll just ban me if they figure out it's me. So I can only use it to meme now. You got banned from LinkedIn for criticizing them? That's insane. What does that say about them? Yeah, I mean, they sent me a message on here. Let me just show you. I'll just show you guys the DM on Twitter where they're like, sorry, due to the nature of this ban, we can no longer talk to you. And I'm like, but you didn't even tell me what I did. You didn't even tell me what I violated. Like, I have no idea to this day what exact rule of the TOS that I violated. and they won't tell me. They're just like, "Oh, sorry, oh, we can't. We're not gonna talk to you anymore." Okay, thanks. All right. You see this? I said I made a video showcasing the issues of LinkedIn and that the ability to falsify your job positions, your recommendations, your skill set, and certifications. It was so blatantly obvious that it was to showcase the faults that someone reported me. I would like my account back. If possible, I correct the information and put it back to where it was. Hi, Josh. It looks like our safety team has been in touch with you, and their decision is final. They weren't in touch with me. They just told me that you're banned. If you have any additional questions, please reply directly to the email you received. And I said they weren't in touch with me, and like not with an email that you could reply to. And they said they didn't even tell me the violations I had. I replied, and there was no response. Hi, Josh. Thanks for clarifying. Our team sent you an email yesterday. Sometimes our mail gets trapped in your spam. Have you tried unplugging and plugging back in again? Blah, 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 BS. And then, due to the number and or gravity of these violations, the account has been permanently restricted. And I said, right, but what part did I violate? And they said, thank you for contacting LinkedIn Help. Please take a moment to complete our survey. So, I gave 0 stars. And then I said, hello, could you explain why my second account was banned? I'm following all of the terms of service. 0 response. 0 response. LinkedIn, you are garbage. Right? What kind of LinkedIn Help customer service is this? Shame on you. Garbage. Yeah. That's what they said. I'm good with programming dropshipping, but I want to make bank. I mean, you got to make good products before you make bank. Oh, thanks, Kai. I appreciate you. Hey, if you're here and you enjoy the stream, if you've got something out of it today, maybe just hit thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. Linked out. Got him. That's funny. Looks like LinkedIn showed you. Yep, they sure did. I still don't even know. I would hire you if I saw a ban from LinkedIn on your resume. I don't know if that would actually, what would that make people think about you, I wonder. I closed my LinkedIn account just before I joined your stream. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I did. Josh is making the safety team. Like, what safety team? What did I do? I did nothing. Safety. Is this a safe space where you need like a shoulder to cry on? Like, what does that even mean? Our safety team. Come on. You know how many recruiters out there just like trying to scam people into a job, and you ban me for changing my titles and showing how garbage the account, like it's just, really? Out of all the people that get to stay and they get to have like customer service smile facilitator as their job title, and I make myself CEO of Apple, and everyone loses their mind. Can you say something about Free Code Camp? That means it's good, I guess. Go there first. What's your opinion on data science and data science related businesses? I can only read that in like, I sell propane and propane accessories. I mean, it's a niche. They get paid a lot. Is SAP a good company to you? SAP is the most bureaucratic corporate thing in the world. No, it's trash. How does working for another country work? What do you mean? How's your relationship with Rolo? We DM sometimes. We talk. How did you manage your time to be a CEO of 4 mega corporations? You think CEOs actually do anything? Come on, man. What you mean, like, I gotta manage my time to be CEO? Bro, if you're CEO, you're not working. You're just showing up, showing your face, walk on a stage and present. How fun is coding? Yeah, I don't... what are you making? To me, it's not fun unless you're making something fun, you know? Is Salesforce a cult? Seems like it could be. What's your opinion on raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour? If you raise the minimum wage, the price of everything else is going to go up. It's stupid. Doesn't make any sense. It's just going to forced inflation. How's it feel to be the emperor? Yeah. I deleted my LinkedIn when you got banned. Can someone work with a company from another country? Yeah, if you're not in the US and you work for a US company, you're a W-8 contractor. That means you work outside the country. That's about all there is. They just pay you. By impersonating the CEO of large corporations on a public site, I believe... No, I'm not impersonating anybody. I just changed the title. I never impersonated anybody. I just literally changed the title. Say something in Finnish. Olen Josh. Moi. Miten menee? I'm Josh. Hello, how's it going? That's what I just said. Everything's going to go up no matter what. Yeah, I know, but if you raise minimum wage, it's going to go up even faster. What do you think about lowering the minimum wage? I don't think about minimum wage, dude. I don't think about it because I think it's like you need to learn sales skills. You got to learn how to sell yourself and persuade people to pay you money. You got to learn how to sell stuff. You got to make stuff of value, and you got to convince people that to pay for it. I don't think about minimum wage like that. Are you 100% YouTube? Yes. Opinions on Flatiron? Yeah, I think they're okay, but their ISA is garbage. What do you miss about Finland? Yo, they got some pretty good candy, not gonna lie. You guys got some pretty good candy. I don't know. It's a pretty political discussion, right? Everybody wants more money. But the thing is, like, yeah, you'll get more money, but the price of everything will go up. So you won't actually have any more purchasing power. It all comes down to, like... It all comes down to purchasing power. So, like, yeah, everyone has more dollar value in their bank account. But if everything costs more dollar value, then your purchasing power is equal. So you need more purchasing power. The candy aisle in Finland. Yeah, dude. What about people who can't speak because of a disability? You can still sell. You can write. There's ways. There's ways. Opinion on Kinsey Academy. I don't know anything about it, really. About your dad, did you try to figure out his best sides? Maybe he's some awesome mechanical electrician salesperson who can... No. I've tried to help my dad. I've wrote my dad resumes. I've applied jobs for him, and people just don't hire him because of his age. Would you go to a Dan Pena seminar? No. No, I'm good. How were the Finnish saunas? They were pretty dope. How much did MMOs teach you about life? It taught me how to waste time. That was pretty good. When you lived in Finland, did you go to K Market or S Market? I went to all of them. I went to Prisma too. You still code or mostly YouTube? I use Windows. I code only if I want to build something. I don't code as a job. I don't like coding as a job, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. You just do it because it pays the bills and you can tolerate it. You don't hate it, but you're not like in love with it. That's kind of how I am. My dad's 71. He just got a job in phone sales. My dad's not a salesman. That's not how he is. Dap, dude, it's live. What's up? If you enjoy wasting your time, is your time really wasted? Yeah, so that was the thing. I didn't enjoy wasting my time. In the back of my head, when I played video games, I was like, I should really be doing something else right now. Like, I should make a game. I shouldn't be playing the game. I should be, like, making a blog or taking videos or doing all the hobbies that I want to do. But it's so much easier just to sit here at this and just click buttons and level up and do quests. It's like, it's so much easier to do this than actually do what I want to do in my head because of whatever reasons, excuses I'm telling myself. I'll just sit here and play video games instead. Like, but if you don't have any of those things going on in your head, if you don't have anything else to do and you're totally content and you're like, I'm playing video games and I enjoy it. Hey, great, dude. That's what you enjoy. Spend it that way. But for me, there was always things in the back of my head that I was like, I should be doing this instead, but I'm giving myself excuses not to start. Your dad seems like a great guy, but I probably wouldn't buy anything from him. I think he could make some pretty good products. How did you break the video game addiction? I don't think I ever really had one. Maybe at a certain point. But basically, I was about to be homeless, so playing video games takes a major backseat when you're about to be homeless. What should I watch out for when starting business from scratch on Instagram, YouTube? That's a good question. I mean, nothing really to look out for. You just don't let crappy sponsors ruin your brand. I'm 25, have a ton of skills in web dev, but haven't applied myself. Is it too late? I mean, with that attitude, no, it's not too late. Get in there. I'm sure he could invent, but if you walk into our office, we'd blow him off. Oh, for sure, dude. My dad is not really like a people person like that. He likes to be, he's very independent. He builds things. Why don't you do a podcast and have guests on? What guests? And yeah, you know, I don't know. Does job security exist? I mean, that's what your mom and dad will tell you, but no, it does not. There's no such thing as job security, ever. Don't buy into that. How about moving abroad for your dad? Only speaking, yeah, no. My dad doesn't want to move. Would A, continue to save money for a new car, or B, use that money to invest in camera equipment to do photography as a side hustle? Yeah, I mean, you don't. All you need is the car takes you from A to B. That's all it's for. Unless you're using it to flex, there's no point in getting a new car. I'd take a clunker that takes me from A to B and take that money and spend it somewhere else. Like, if you buy a new fancy car, it should feel like buying a pack of gum to you. Like, it should not affect your expenses. It should be something that you just buy, right? You want to buy a brand new Lambo, it should be the equivalent of you just, like, going to the gas station and you grab a pack of gum off the shelf and you toss it on the counter when you're checking out and you say, I want this too. That's what buying a new car should feel like. If the car does not feel like that to your wallet, don't buy it. Just get a car that takes you from A to B. Only buy nice toys when it feels like buying candy or just a little pack of gum or something. Otherwise, reinvest. What year of your life would you like to redo? Nah, I'm good. I wouldn't be here today. Is it possible to work remote in a company based in another country or even another union before you end up building something on your... Wait, what? Yeah, you could work at companies as remote. There's lots of places that offer them. I bought a new car for me because I like cars and saved up in 6 months for it. I mean, good for you, dude. Sometimes you got to do those things, but generally, I try not to buy toys. I only reinvest. How do you snap out of complacency if you're making good money but you stop challenging yourself? I mean, eventually the tides are going to turn, and are you going to be ready for it? That's what I did. I had a job. I played WoW all day after the job, and then then it disappeared one day, and I had nothing. Lambo miles per gallon is trash. I don't think you buy a Lambo for miles per gallon, dude. If you're buying a Lambo and concerned with miles per gallon, I think you probably don't have the money for the Lambo. Video games gives you a sense of control over your time. Well, what's better, having a false sense of control over your time or doing something about it? I mean, that's the choice you got to make. Do you go skiing? Not really. "35-year-old failed career, no other skills. What to do?" What did you fail in? Can you give us some ammo so I can make a CS career questions? I actually looked the other day when I was searching on Reddit for my name, and I found a bunch of threads. A lot of people assume a lot about me, and I'm just like, that's not true at all. That's like, none of this is true. He seems like the type of guy. I'm like, that's not me at all. Clutches per mile should be your concern. Miles per clutch. I mean, living in EU and working for a US company, what about the process of working somebody? Yeah, it's really not that bad, because I worked for a French company here in the United States. They paid me over PayPal once a month, and that was it. That was it. It's the same thing here. They pay you once a month, however you want to do it, however they've set it up for you, and you would be considered a W-8 contractor to the employer here in the United States. What do they assume? They assume a lot, dude. They assume all kinds of stuff. Nathaniel gets it. You ever been blackmailed? I mean, if someone blackmailed me, they get arrested, right? You're fully remote? Oh yeah, dude. Did you have a programming job in Finland? No. A real person who does not flex their income and toys to everyone. I mean, like, this room looks like it's like I'm flexing, but my house, like, is pretty basic. What work did you do for a French company? I taught code one-on-one with people as a mentor. Look at the screen. See the blue light flickering? It's because these lights here, these lights that you see, are not rated. It's not synced up with the shutter of my camera, so you're seeing this flicker. So these aren't rated for cameras. CR something. I forget the certification, but basically lights are rated for cameras and shutter speeds, and this one is not rated at all. So you're seeing a flicker on the wall. Do you miss coworkers? No. Can you own Second Amendments in Utah? Yes. And yes. How did you negotiate with your company to allow you remote work? And you say that, hey, I want to work at home. And they say, why? And you're like, because I get more done. And then you say, why? Why can't I work? What's the issue here? Is there some issue with me working remote? Like, can we not? Like, what's up? And so they'll either be like, well, we just want you to come to the office. And you'll have to cut through that BS straight ahead. You'll have to look at it and be like, all right, look, man, I want to work at home because I want flexibility. I feel like I'm micromanaged here. I don't want people looking over my shoulder every day. I got nothing to hide. You either trust me or you don't trust me. And they'll be like, well, we think that you just communicate. No. Just be honest. Do you trust me or do you not trust me? Because if you trust me, then let me work remote. Well, you know, Jude, just stop being a little baby and tell me if you trust me or not. Like, that's how you have to do it. If you trust me, then let me work remote. If you don't trust me, it's because that's why you want me to come in. That's all there is to it, really. Oh, but the human factor of, you know, you can communicate. No. Shut up. Look. I have had raids and Raid Finder on WoW that do better than this entire company, okay? We have like 10 people here, and I'm raiding with 40 randos. We got more synergy than us. Don't give me that crap about being in person. That's how you do it. You gotta, you know, like, this is your boss, and you kind of have to be up here for a minute. But people are afraid. What should we watch out for in 2020? I don't know. You'll get fired. Why Okay, so get fired, dude. It's your job to have a bunch of skills in your back pocket to get another job anyways, right? You should like that's the thing. You shouldn't be afraid of getting fired because you should constantly be working on yourself so that doesn't matter. This is why I'm so pro self-employed. Like no one can fire me. It's fantastic. Like I get paid what I'm worth. It's the best. I've never heard someone praise Raid Finder. Exactly, right? I'm not gonna look up Dan Pinion rant. Josh, this team building with WoW win. Yeah, that's a good question. You ever played League of Legends before? I have better teams in League of Legends than this dude I sit next to 40 hours a week. I'm 30. I'm gonna have a little girl. I want to get into coding so I can spend more time at home with the family. Step by step, how would you get this done within a year? Step by step, dude. That's long. That's like a long process. I don't know what you want to make. You want to do programming because you want to work remote, but what do you want to make? What kind of programming? I need to know. I can't give you a step by step till you figure that out. How many hours you study code when you're trying to make it the main job? I studied I applied a lot to get interviews, and then they told me I was going to have a test, and then I asked what's going to be on the test, and then I studied that. That's exactly how I did it, step by step. Unhireable squad in the house. Like, that's just... I don't just study code to study code because there's so much stuff out there. It doesn't matter. This is why I'm so pragmatic about learning code. It's like you just learn whatever gets the job done because there's so much to learn. You'll never learn it all. And by the time, if you somehow could learn it all, everything will have changed and you'll be out of date. And that would be pointless. That would be not productive at all to just learn everything about code. So instead, you just apply to the job. You get through the first interview. You say, yeah, whatever they want to hear. And then you get a code test. And then you say, okay, well, what's going to be on the code test? Well, it's going to be a JavaScript-focused code test with an API. All right, boom, I'm studying JavaScript and APIs, whatever I can find. That's how you do it. That's what you study. That's what you figure out how to study for a job. Does that help? That's a weird song. Maybe I'll make a video about that. How to study to get a job. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up a script. Let me make a script. I don't know what the title is. It's got to be clickbait because no one's gonna click that. How to study for a job. What to study to get a programming job. And then in parentheses, step by step. People will click that. You know what I've learned with clickbait? This is how clickbait works. It sucks. It sucks, but you have to do it. Basically, you have to start off with something really low level that people will click so that you can talk about something high level. And it sucks because that's just what gets attention. Low level stuff gets people's attention, and then you complete that with high level stuff. Like if you want to talk about how to work remote, then maybe you start off with an idea of like convincing your boss about working at the beach. You know, something that people would click. But then you talk about negotiations and high-level stuff later. How do you even get jobs to reply? A decent resume and a cover letter. What's a study to get a $100,000 job, dude? Persuasion. Negotiation. Seth, what's up, dude? How to study to get a job, then the Benjamins. That's too long of a title. Like, I wish there was a good introduction playlist. Biospark, like, how would you do it? That's a good idea. How would you do it? You don't need to know everything to pass an interview code. That's so long. What to study to get a $1 million job, dude? If you want a $1 million job, then you're gonna be a CEO. Just graduated with an IT degree. Just got a job offer for $17 an hour help desk. Should I take it? Is the experience worth it? IT help desk, bro. That's not. No, that's not gonna. I mean, it's $17 an hour. Let's do the math here. 17 times 2 would be $34,000 a year plus 4%. That's gonna be $35,360 a year. How'd you become so popular on YouTube, dude? I don't know. I have no idea. So $17 an hour is $35,000 a year. That's trash. That's trash for an IT degree. The Calvin Coolidge. How do people become CEOs anyways? Typically they're lawyers. Typically CEOs are usually former lawyers. They do a lot of legal stuff. And IT help desk means dealing with people that are like, have you unplugged it and plugged it back in again? I don't think you'd want to do that. I mean, take the job, right, if you don't have any money, but keep applying. What's the reason some of your titles are in all caps and some not? I don't have one. I just try things. Sometimes, like, maybe people will click it if I put emphasis on this word. $14 an hour. What's that, like $29 a year? Yeah, 29,000 a year. You shoot videos where you go out to the city. Okay. Yeah, take the IT help desk job, and when it's dead, just open up Free Code Campus, study code, and then get a job. What's the average amount of time to make funds from a blog doing something you're good at? Well, you have to apply to AdSense, and then you got to get approved for AdSense, and then you have to run ads on your blog. Maybe you could get affiliates going, but you're going to need traffic to your blog. And how are you going to direct traffic to your blog when there's already a bunch of other blogs? And then think about how are you going to get people to stop listening to content and watching content and instead read content? Because reading content takes a lot of attention. You're forcing people to stop what they're doing to scroll through your page. It's a lot easier to watch a video or just listen to a video in the background. So I think blogs are trash for that reason, but yeah. Thank you for the 5, Michael. Negotiating salaries with employers now at higher rates than others with my experience level. Thanks for the motivation and the resume. Dude, thank you, man. Thank you. If you go back in time, what field would you have gone into? Probably sales. I might have tried to work at like car sales just so I could get better at selling and not feeling bad about it. Because I feel bad selling. Like, for some reason, I just feel bad selling. And like my stuff's not like, I don't know why I shouldn't. I feel bad like talking about how to make money and how to sell and things that I sell. And because every time someone tried to sell something to me when I was like growing up, I would always be like, this guy doesn't have any interest in me. He just wants my money. And I'd always get these weird vibes from people selling. I'm just like, you're pretending to care about me. You're pretending to be interested, and you're going to get your money. You're going to leave, you know? So that's the vibe I always got from selling. But that's what makes money. That's just how it goes. What kind of jobs did you have in Georgia? Dude, I was a bag boy. I worked at Kroger. I worked at Subway. I worked for my dad. What else I do? I think that was about it. I know I had more jobs. $1.99. Thank you. Try selling for someone else when you don't believe in the product. I know. Like, that's why I'm so hesitant to be like, yo, guys, go check out my stuff in the description. It's the best thing you've ever seen. Because it's like, it's not that I don't believe in the product. It's just like, I don't want to be seen as the guy that's just after your money, you know? Like, I hate that. Like, I hate it. I always have these underlying suspicions. And that's just how I am because I've been effed over so many times, you know? I'm just always like, it's that maybe that you just boil that down to trust issues. But, like, that's how I am, so... I totally see you at Subway, dude. I was making all kinds of Subway sandwiches. All right, dude. Peace out. Later, dude. Have you seen what Office Depot is doing lately? They're laying off like 60% of their employees. Yeah, because Amazon, right? It's not gonna work. Staples and Office Depot. How do I Google that? I feel like I worked with you back in the day. Indian Hills Country Club. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Just found the channel and you've inspired me to say F my $11 an hour. Sales job. Yeah, dude, that's a lot for sales. I mean, that's like nothing for sales. Like $11 for 10 hours. That's like a lot of hours for not a lot of money. UI UX time, dude. Imagine Josh working at Kroger and publishing content. Dude, I worked at Kroger so I could pay my WoW subscription. That was it. That was the only reason I did it. I was like 14, 13 years old, bagging groceries. The manager there was absolute trash. Like, he was the most power tripping 19-year-old I've ever met. And he was part of like the police explorers. So basically you have these dudes called like they're like volunteer police officers that aren't really police officers, and they give them handcuffs. And he was like, I'm a police explorer. I'm like, dude, you're just a volunteer. They gave you like a special pair of handcuffs, and now you feel like you're like God, you know? And he's like, you better do what I say. You better do exactly. I was like, bro, I've just had trash management my whole life, I guess. I'm going to type Office Depot layoffs. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's not really Office Depot. It's just that they have a trash business model, right? They can't compete with Amazon. I mean, blame Amazon. Let me look. TheLayoff.com. Oof. It's like 4chan for people getting fired. Police Explorer. Yeah, that's what it's called in Georgia. Would you buy an electric street bike? I have a one wheel. Maybe. If you watch Silicon Valley, no. If you feel like your products are worth the price, there's no shame in trying to sell it. Yeah, I mean, like, that's how it is. You feel like the products are worth the price, but when you're so new to selling, you're like, this is what I would pay, but like, people aren't me, so like, would people buy this? And then it's like this weird, it's just weird. It's this weird internal conflict. I just got to get better at it. Have you done anything else with your Raspberry? Not yet. Playfun had a huge layoff. Let's look. Game industry layoffs driven by past mistakes. Hmm. Can you name the computer languages you know? I've never coded before. I'm not sure why you're here. How good are sites like Upwork and Fiverr for finding jobs? They're not. They're trash. Two and a half hours? Holy smokes. How do you compete with Amazon? It's pretty hard. The Amazon practices some pretty anti-competitive business practices, right? Like, they don't actually make money. Amazon only makes money off of their cloud services. Amazon makes no money on the website where you buy stuff. They are taking a loss specifically to put other people out of business because they have enough money to do so. They make enough money to be able to take a hit every single year. They lose money by owning Amazon.com and selling products for cheap. It's pretty anti-competitive. It's pretty, you know, but like, everybody uses it, right? Why is there a foil when it's actually a reflector to bounce the light off so my face isn't super dark? What do you sell? I have some business courses. Like, I have an affiliate marketing one, like everything I do for affiliate. There's that one. I have some resume templates. They get responses if that's what you're looking for. Some cover letters. I have a bunch of stuff. One-on-one time, like consulting. Why not start a remote dev company? I don't want to manage devs. I don't want to find clients. I don't want to build other people's businesses. I don't have any app ideas for the web. I don't have any app ideas for mobile. I don't want to run a business like that. I like digital content, like media groups. That's my thing. Where'd you study? I lived at home and just rode to work. You think Facebook is dying? Nah. They sell data. They're not dying. They got plenty of money on people that don't care. Tinfoil wall. It's just a reflector. That's all. It just reflects light. So my face has some light on this side. It makes that much of a difference. Well, it was before. I was just playing around. I just left it up. You have marketing ideas? For what? Free code, free boot camp for 6 months, or just self-study at home. I mean, if it's free, go to it, right? The boot camp has work experience after it's done as well for 3 months. Then it's up to us. I mean, if it's free, go for it, right? Josh, are you considered MGTOW? No, I'm not. I enjoy communicating with females. I enjoy going on dates. Yeah, no, that's not me. What motivates you? I wanna buy a house for my dad and pay off my stuff and go live free and travel. How many courses do you sell a month? Not many because I don't talk about them very often. But this month I've probably sold maybe 5. I haven't been pushing them. I need to get more before I do that. Thank you for $5. Worked 22 weeks on internship project. Boss didn't show up to the final presentation today. He forgot. What? Yeah, I mean, that's the life of an intern, right? They just give you things that don't really matter and make you do all the hard work. Are you on Tinder? Nah, Tinder sucks. How is what Amazon does not illegal? Sounds like monopoly. They're not a complete monopoly. They just practice anti-competitive practices, which is why they're always being sued. But everyone depends on it. It's like gas, you know? Like everybody's like, yeah, Tesla's the future, but like no one can afford it, so everyone has to use gas. It's kind of like the same thing with Amazon. Everyone uses Amazon, but at the same time, everyone's like, Amazon is driving small businesses out, but it's like at the same time, small businesses cost you more money, and so it's easier for you to go to Amazon. Everyone's like stuck. They're like on the fence. They're like, Amazon's bad, but they're cheap, so I use it. You know, it's like, that's just how it goes. You always talk about your dad. How's your mom? I don't talk to my mom. She ignores me. I've sent her like 4 messages lately, and she just ignored me. Like, she left me on red. We don't have a good relationship. Could you do a course and making courses bootcamp? That'd be the new meta, Mike. I thought about making like a YouTube, like a YouTube bootcamp or a brand building bootcamp or something to like leverage people's skills that they have that they don't think that they have. I sell at Amazon. Yeah, I mean, can I send you a message somewhere? Yeah, dude. What's the best place to search for tech jobs? I think Indeed is fine. I'm from Germany, and the company that is going to hire me after my apprenticeship will pay me $27K per year for a front end, back end, and DevOps. Should I take the offer? $27K for 3 jobs? Is your company like dumb? Like, well, you'd have to be dumb to take that offer. I'm not trying to be mean, but $27K a year for 3 jobs, 3 individual jobs. What is that? Let's see. That's $12.96 an hour. You're making $12.96 per hour to do front end, back end, and DevOps. Bro, I can go flip burgers down the road and get that. Isn't the best way to start a company related to your hobby? Yeah, ideally, that's like, yeah, but hobbies are hard to monetize, right? That's why hobbies usually just stay hobbies, because if you could make the hobby your job, you would, but you don't know how. That's the hardest part. That's the hardest part about life. Everyone's got hobbies and they'd love to do them for a job, or they think, well, I'd hate it if it was my job, but in general, you get what I'm saying. Is your dad your homie? I guess so. When you started out with YouTube, did you know what to talk about? No. Joshua, so you are dating. Sneaky. Yeah, of course. What you mean? I got a whole life outside live streams and videos. New setup. I'm just using a different camera so we can... I got autofocus. Well, actually it's not hooked up. Hold on. There we go. Now it should be working. Yeah. I think he meant 127. Yeah, throw a 1 in front of that. Any bike vlogs this summer? Dude, as soon as it's not icy. Yes. Be a man and restore a relationship with your mom. Bro, like, how you do that if they don't answer? Also, be a man. Give me a break. Miss me with that garbage. Gatekeeping. Be a man. You're not a real man unless you got a relationship with your mom. Come on, man. It's like saying your professor at the grocery store, wait, you have a life? Yeah, dude, I do the same things as you guys. You said you don't date women. What? This guy's dating. What? Look, I'll show you. Well, I don't know. I was going to show you some pics. I did it in the other stream. You can go find it. She didn't seem to care, but I'm good. Y'all need to see. Are you a good cook? Yeah, dude, I love cooking for people. That's my favorite. Do you have game or just good looks? What? Just grow out a beard. Dude, I look homeless with a beard. It doesn't work. I look gross. A professor or a brofessor? Dude, I'm a professor of bro science. Wait, let me make sure. I have a one-on-one in a little bit. I gotta make sure I'm not gonna miss it. I need to lift still. Let's do a Tinder stream. Let's not. Tinder is dumb because you have to wait for people to match. That wouldn't be a good stream. One sec. It's at 3:30. Okay, yeah, I'm good. How much do you bench and squat? I don't know. What's a good tech job if I'm good at sales and communicating with people, being around people, but don't want to code my whole life? Product manager? Yeah, probably product manager, project manager, scrum master, but I think scrum master is kind of like a useless position. Product manager would probably be good. Make tech inspired cooking videos. Can you do creative thing in job? It's common that you do software for clients, not creative work, and earn a lot of money. Don't know if I should change job or it's normal. I mean, you have to convince. Why don't you shoot your videos while traveling? I'm not traveling because I have 2 dogs. Had a shower, made a meal, and you're still streaming. Christian, dude, welcome back, dude. We were waiting on you. Can we get some Keanu's for Christian? Dude, thanks for coming. Like, you said that you were leaving to go to the gym, and we were all like, wait, Christian, what? What's going on, dude? Welcome back. Let me get you a Keanu. Give me advice on when to know when to leave the company you work for. I mean, whenever you want. Like, try to get like 6 months minimum. Trying to see if city dwellers would subscribe monthly to have chickens. Who am I posting about them when they can't have them in the city? That's a unique idea. Do you prefer YouTube over unique competitors like library? Oh, this is where the audience is, right? This is where the people are. You got to go where the people are. Is entry level full stack dev for 23 an hour a ripoff? It's not amazing. It's, I mean, it's kind of like, it's like low end trash. It's like minimum that you would ever want to take. Like, I would only take it and look like you. That's what, 47.8k a year is 23 an hour. What are your thoughts about Vue? What I mean, that's what your work does. Learn it. I don't know. I don't have any thoughts on Angular, React, or Vue. I just use whatever gets the job done. If the company wants Vue, hey, I'm excited about Vue. If the company wants Angular, hey, I'm excited about Angular. Whatever I got to be excited about to get my paycheck, so at the end of the day, I can work on what I want. I'm whatever. I don't care. Do you think it's wrong writing your own letter of recommendation for an internship? I think that's very creative, and I'm not going to say anything else. Are you planning to get verified with Brave? I should be verified with Brave. I should. I remember doing it. Oh my gosh, still streaming. Yeah, I think we'll hit 3 hours and then I'll bounce. Is working 4 years for one company long? I think so. I've never been in a company more than like I've never even made it to a company for 2 years. Like, there's just no way. I just get too bored, too complacent. I just, like, they don't give me what I want. I know I'm just gonna have to sit here and wait to get what I want. I don't care, man. I'll job hop as much as I want to get what I want. It's all about what I want in my life, and it should be for you, what you want in your life, not what the company wants for your life. And they're gonna do what they want with your life until you put your foot down. So, I don't know. I want to make an AI that can do everything. If you can figure that out, sell it to Google. The response to the letter of recommendation was golden. I mean, thoughts on Ionic? Does it get the job done? Imagine having to edit 3 hours of stream footage. YouTube is verified, but you don't have it set up to receive. What? All right. Gray Moral Squad. I just call it flexible morals. I call it flexible morals to get what I need in life done, Josh. Like that's how I live life. How flexible are your morals? Are you hurting anybody? All right. What's in your drink? Some orange flavored powder. Do you believe in the 10,000 hour master skill rule? No. I think that's been proven to be wrong. Just because you spend hours doing something doesn't mean you're getting better every time you spend that hour doing that thing. Unless you are practicing with intent to get better. Like, there's a lot of people that have played WoW for 10 years but still suck at PvP, right? But technically, they've been doing it for 10 years every day, all day. They should be good at PvP by now. Nope, they still suck. Like, just because you do something for a long time doesn't mean that you're good at it. There's people that have been stuck in bronze on League for years, right? You think they'd be better because they play League all day, every day, but they're still stuck in bronze, right? Bronze. It's just because you do something. What do we have going on the rest of the day? I got a lift. I got a one-on-one later. And I got to make the vid about my Mike. I was going to say first employee, but Mike's here, so I'm not going to say that. So putting you as a reference is A-okay? Yeah, dude. Put me down. What store do you do your grocery shop? It's called Wenco. Do you see yourself running out of topics to talk about? No. To be honest, frankly, pretty soon there's gonna be videos of me in an airplane flying around like Matthew Guthmiller and Trent Palmer, and you guys can come along on the ride to document me getting my private pilot's license if they'll let me do it. And I'll document it, and I've always wanted to be a pilot. That's what I would do. It just sucks as a job. Just terrible as a job, like in terms of what you get paid until you put your hours in, and then even then, you're not really flying the plane where you want. You're just doing it as a job. So, yo, I got a question. Straw Hat, ask away, dude. Gotta go. Good stream. All right, later, dude. Your video where you told people are being treated as resources scared me. Yeah, I mean, we're all resources. Mike's gonna be famous. How's the one-on-one session working out so far? I've had six so far. Yeah, I got a consultation later. There's a guy that's trying to grow his IT business. He's doing some things on Facebook and he wants to know how to expand, so I'm gonna show him how to do it. Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. What do you recommend? Vue, React, Angular? I think you should use HTML5. I personally think that is the most advanced language. Is it bad to take a part-time job to cover an employment gap in your main career? Dude, bro, I don't have employment gaps. You want to know why? Because I just moved the dates on my resume to make it I don't have an employment gap. That's what I do. At least I'm honest about it. You could take a part-time job, I guess. All right, we got a few minutes left. Any last minute questions? Do you think a fully remote company would work? Yes, because that's what I do. I am fully remote. I pay Mike. He lives in Canada. I don't know if Mike's in the chat. I've never actually physically met Mike before, yet I've paid him thousands of dollars. So working remote, it works just fine, you know? There's no micromanagement. We don't even talk like that. You know, we work together. So it's like, that's how it works for me, at least. How should I try to get an internship? How can you trust a full remote job? What? Because I don't care, dude. It's all about results. We can't see your hand motions here. All right, look, here you go. If my first job is mostly WordPress, how do I use that to move on? You better be talking about PHP. You better put an emphasis on PHP. Where does he live? I live in Utah. Before starting to work as a software, I worked almost 2 years as a cashier at my next job. Should I mention that in the resume? No, don't put cashier in your resume. Just put all your projects instead. Use all of that stuff, all of that space that you have on your resume for the cashier job, and use that to put projects and why those projects are dope. Junior electrical engineer for 33 an hour, but I feel like something not right about this company. Sounds pretty normal. 33 an hour is 67 a year. If a co-founder has 20% shares in a company but does completely nothing with the business, would that turn off an investor? I mean, like if you don't do anything with the business, then the shares don't mean anything. You own 20% of nothing. I own an online business. Private label. Would you recommend working for a digital agency? PHP, SQL. I think WordPress is fine. I don't think there's any need to make a React.js, Node.js website from scratch. Not really. There's too many solutions that will give you what you need. Can I make a living off of WordPress dev? Absolutely. Python or Java? Python all day. Python can do anything, just not very good. That's what Michael Reeves would say. Josh, create a product that can change 1 billion lives. What can it be? I'm not out to change 1 billion lives. I'm not out to change the world. I'm just out to tell people that corporate doesn't have to be your whole life. Should I put class projects on a resume? That's not going to look very good. They're going to know that they're class projects. Thoughts on working for a digital agency versus working for a SaaS startup focused on e-commerce? What do you mean? What dating platform? Bumble and Hinge. Those are the best. My question is because at this time I can work only on projects, but I want to scale more. How do I do that? Wait, what? I'm a game dev freelancer. You just got to manage your time. Work for a bank or a startup. If you would like to wear a suit and tie to work for no reason, work at a bank. Rahul. Thank you for that. All right, we're almost at 3 hours. I'm gonna start wrapping it up here, guys. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope that you got something out of it. It's a long stream. I wasn't anticipating this, but you know, thanks for being here anyways. Starting your own SaaS? I don't have any software to sell as a SaaS. How to win money without work for a company? What? You gotta sell stuff. How do you manage isolation when working remote? Just because you work remote doesn't mean you gotta sit in your room all day. That means working remote. Like, you should stop saying work remote. Like, you're just isolated alone. You should just be work anywhere. That's what they should call it. Work anywhere. Work on a beach. Work in a hotel lobby where there's people. Work in a coffee shop. Work on your front porch. Like, work in your backyard. Like, there's no isolation. There's only isolation if you let yourself be isolated. And then number two, being alone and loneliness are very different things. Okay. Have a good live. Thanks, Anthony. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Great stream. Will be back for the next ones. All right. Well, I hope you guys all join for the next ones. I hope you're getting something out of these. I think the next one will either be maybe finding jobs for people in Europe, or like decent job postings, or I don't know. The next one will be on Thursday. So yeah. Thank you for all the donos. Plug the stuff. Oh yeah. Please go subscribe to all of my other channels. I have a stream highlights channel if you'd like to go watch that, because if you ain't nobody got 3 hours to watch a stream from the beginning, I have a highlights channel. It's just a regular OG grind reel channel. You could go check that out here. There's the channel. Go hit that up. Favorite code language. Whatever makes me the most money and gets the job done the quickest. What else do I got? Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff down there in the description if you want to do like how to open a business, how to freelance, how to get a job, how to build a brand, whatever it is you want to know. We can talk about it one-on-one, and then I have a bunch of products down there. So we'll be back. We'll be back. Why don't you create a product and sell it? I do. Finding jobs in rural areas. Probably best to be remote. All right. I'll read some questions, but I'm going to turn off the camera and start winding down. Thank you for being here. I don't think that there's any Canada-specific coding ideas. I don't know how that would work. Secretly dating tells he doesn't need a relationship. You silly. You silly, bruh. I date because it's fun. Not because I need to. But anyways, thanks for being here, lurkers. Hit like before you head out. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. I love all you guys. I'll see you later. See you on Thursday.